Good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Jubilee and Sun City Radio's Keta, Saboba FM Saboba, and A1 Radio Bolgatanga. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, IMF staff gives green light, but Executive Board demands Ghana secures financing assurances from external creditors before releasing the scheduled $360 million.
It is important that the authorities reach agreement with their official creditors on this memorandum of understanding.
We have details as Ghana prepares to begin another debt restructuring dance with its official creditors. Also, Ghana Navy calls for calm and promises expedited and thorough investigations after two men between the ages of 29 and 34 were allegedly shot dead by the forces in Tema Town.
We want to appeal to the youth to allow the due process to unfold. The leadership, both political and traditional, are handling the issue.
We also have business, and later in today's Doomso Diaries, we delve into the lives of students at the University of Cape Coast and education in Winneba, as power outages there are affecting not just their academic work, but also their security on campus.
And it becomes very alarming because we have a lot of thefts going on during this era, like during examination era.
These and more with me in the next 10 minutes. Please stay with us. And the IMF staff-level agreement is secured, but Executive Board demands that Ghana obtains the needed financing assurances from its external creditors before passing the second review, which will eventually facilitate the release of the scheduled $360 million. Isaac Ofieje has more on the following report.
Stefan Rode, who is IMF's mission chief for Ghana, in a joint press conference with the Finance Ministry and the Bank of Ghana, indicated that it will be necessary for Ghana to obtain the needed financing assurances before the IMF Executive Board approves the second review.
It is important that the authorities reach agreement with their official creditors on this memorandum of understanding that I talked about earlier. And we look forward to the authorities' continued efforts to reach this agreement and the other creditors as well, in line with the program parameters.
With this condition in full swing, it means Ghana has not yet completed the second review to trigger the release of the $360 million from the IMF. In fact, the Finance Ministry in January 2024 indicated that the terms of the agreed debt treatment with official bilateral creditors were projected to be formalized in an MOU, which was expected to be implemented through a bilateral agreement with each member of the official creditor committee. Now, dealing with each bilateral creditor can be a difficult task, as the issue of comparability of treatment is likely to pop up at every stage of the negotiations, which could delay the IMF Executive Board's passing of Ghana's second review program.
That was Isaac Ofieje's report. Meanwhile, government intends to audit the energy sector to enhance transparency and financial sustainability. This audit will specifically focus on the cash waterfall mechanism and PURC staff methodology. Finance Minister Amin Adam says the aim of the audit is to ensure effective financial management.
For the energy sector in particular, we've discussed the possibility of ensuring that the shortfall in the sector is reduced. The reforms we are pursuing will continue to be implemented, including new ones. We will, for example, conduct a sector-wide audit of the energy sector. We will strengthen the implementation of the cash waterfall mechanism.
Mr. Mohammed Amin Adam also announced government will as well continue to rationalize road projects under the cocoa sector.
On the cocoa sector, we'll continue to pay attention to the cost-cutting measures being implemented by Cocoa Board, as well as continue to rationalize the cocoa root sector in order to make more resources available.
And that was Finance Minister Mohammed Amin Adam. Now, in an environment of higher learning where students have become used to modern technologies for their academic work and daily lives, the current power crisis is having a toll on their activities. The impact has become dire, particularly as they prepare for their end-of-semester examinations. Central Regional Correspondent Eric Asante visited the University of Education Winneba and the University of Cape Coast to find out how students are coping.
The song in the background is titled Survivors, a 1979 classic by the legend Bob Marley, detailing how some people amid social inequalities still make a way to survive. Perhaps this is a song most of the students at the University of Education Winneba and the University of Cape Coast are drawing inspiration from amid the current energy crisis known as Dumso.
We're the survivors. The hostels, the way they give lights out is so bad. I have industrial psychology for tomorrow, but because I can't go back because of the light out, I have to stay till 5 a.m.
The University of Cape Coast covers a vast area of land and is surrounded by 5 communities. The absence of a generator for electricity in most of the hostels in those communities means students have no option but to move to campus when the lights goes off. And this comes with its associated security challenges.
My greatest concerns come to the security. Leaving my hostel to campus becomes very scary because there are no lights on the streets.
In this age of technological.
Eric Asante with that report. Now, the Ghana Navy is urging calm in Tema Newtown following allegations of fatal shootings by its men belonging to the Eastern Naval Command during clashes with youth celebrating the Pelejo Festival. Community leaders reported the deaths of 2 individuals during the altercation. Now, the Navy pledges swift and thorough investigations into the incident while urging the youth to refrain from attacking naval bases. Director of Public Relations, Captain Andy Lanyani, urges cooperation from the community as investigations proceed.
Unfortunately, they claim our vehicle sped through their celebration and they hit and damaged one of our vehicles. A few of them were arrested and sent to the base. The military doesn't keep suspects in our barracks. We were preparing to hand them over to the civil police. And then the youth massed up and wanted to attack the base. Warning shots were fired and we managed to disperse the crowd that gathered. About 2 guys from the mob were injured, were hit in the thigh, and they were treated at the hospital. But it came to us as a surprise when we learned that 2 persons were sent to the Tema General Hospital and they were pronounced dead. Because what we are also hearing is that some they were stabbed. And if it is a stab wound that killed them, then we can't say that it was a gunshot. We want to appeal to the youth to allow the due process to unfold, and nothing is going to be swept under the carpet.
But spokesperson for the Tema Traditional Council, Nishipi Ama, has been disputing the account of the Ghana Navy. We'll hear that sound subsequently in other bulletins. Now, the Ashanti Regional NPP Chairman Bernard Entry-Boisiako is urging defeated aspirants in the Ejisu primaries to unite and support the winning candidate. He explained that unity is crucial for a decisive victory in the upcoming by-election. The victorious candidate, Kwabena Boateng, expresses that his win is for all residents of Ejisu, extending gratitude especially to the other 8 challengers who competed for the party's mandate. Nana Yaljima has more.
Kwabena Boateng, who emerged victorious, shared a few words. The victory is for all of us, especially the other candidates. We are here to serve the people of Ejisu. We will work towards victory. I am grateful to you all. Regional Chairman Bernard Entry-Boisiako is requesting for party unity to make a statement in the by-election. The people of Ejisu have spoken. The polling station executives have made a bold statement. I believe in their choice.
And that was Nanaya Jimen's report, ending the bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Now, top story. IMF staff gives green light for, but executive board demands Ghana secures finance and assurances from external creditors before releasing the scheduled $360 million. Business is next on the Super Morning Show. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson.
Joy 99.7 FM.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Oh,
Bobo, so how your engine now?
it is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that.
Yes, so.
Somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched.
Sancho Panza. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz?
No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine
Younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency.
Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Hey, sorry.
Chairman. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Only basic bank at your service. We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can call on us. Only basic bank. Only basic bank is for all. We've got the best of service for you. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Only basic bank. Da 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 da. Only basic bank.
At your service.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Ebusiafo, welcome. I want to greet Uncle James in Germany. Since I was a child, you have promised me a trip abroad, sir. To date, my passport is still a virgin po. And then to you, baby, for that bombastic broken heart. Hey! I want you to know that latest by June, dear, I would have won big in the Ideal Yonkopa promo.
Win up to 600,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing prizes up for grabs with Ideal Yonkopa promo. Just peel, text, and you could win big. This advert is FDA approved.
Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor this season. Enjoy big discounts on curtains, bedding, carpets, and all kitchen items in our limited time offer. Shop, and be one of the lucky customers to win a 3-seater Italian Natuzzi sofa. Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello?
Yo, bro! SG Ghana has done it again. Low interest rates on loans this year too. Yeah, Tisubium.
Charlie, I did throw inside. Let me call you back.
Call SG Ghana rather. Collect loan and buy car, my guy. Low, very low interest rates on loans this year too.
It's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Yatisubium, oh, Yatisubium. Okay, bye. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Coming up is the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Omni Basic Bank, at your service. Akwafu.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. I'm great.
And you had a lovely weekend?
Well, quite an eventful weekend locally and internationally.
Oh, you've been monitoring trends on the global stage.
Yeah.
Israel, Iran, America, the UK. We've been monitoring.
We've been monitoring. Interesting days ahead.
Interesting days ahead indeed.
Yeah, we've got the IMF to also talk about and other issues, right, Winston?
Yeah, the IMF, we've reached a staff level agreement. So if the board approves, we get some $360 million. Actually saw something that, Bloomberg, report by Bloomberg on why the price of cocoa is increasing on the world market. And they indicate, for instance, it's because of poor crop season in West Africa.
Yeah.
And so Ivory Coast, for instance, has had a drop by some 25%.
Wow.
Ghana by 35%.
Wow.
And so this is it. Now, this is it. I mean, even though we're having these challenges, it's good for us because now the price on the world market is high. So we should also note that if other things happen in other parts of the world,
it's going to impact.
It's going to impact the whole world. But today, we should be enjoying from the price of cocoa.
Exactly. It's gone past 10,475.
We should be enjoying from it. Are we? Anyway, still to come this morning on the Super Morning Show. I don't know whether you followed news file over the weekend, but listen to this.
If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, do you know whether he's needy or he's not needy? There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person.
Question of the day, how do you define needy?
Well, I mean, that's how do you define needy? I think that for a start, we would use the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, LEAP, to identify those who are needy. Now, the point here with the scholarship thing, you can explain a lot of things, but Darrell, can you explain that somebody gets $50,000 to study Masters in Public Administration? $57,000.
$57,000.
Masters Public Administration at Harvard University. When that same program can be studied at the University of Ghana. So the amount we give him can actually train more than 30 Ghanaians for the same program.
So then what's the justification?
What is the justification?
Oh, Eben.
Yes, sorry about that. Eben is in a hurry. He's a man in a hurry. What is the justification? What is the justification?
What is the justification?
And for me, that's the most important thing. Can you explain why somebody would go for a scholarship about £17,000 and not enroll on the program? That person should be paying the money back to the state.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, so that's the important thing. Okay, you can do all the semantics here and there, but this is the other point. First of all, must we be sending people outside this country for courses that can be offered in this country?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so for all those who say, I want to go and do an MBA in, say, accounting outside the country, MBA management outside the country, MBA marketing outside the country, why? If you want to go and do an MBA in marketing, accounting, all the things that we do in this country, pay and go. Pay and go. But if you want to go and do things that are not offered in this country, like medical toxicology, then there's a reason to give you that scholarship.
And even with that, you're coming back to help.
You're coming back. So with that, you're actually bonded. You go and come back and offer services to the state.
Yeah.
One of the other things we must be thinking about, for all these persons who travel outside the country, what has been their impact on the economy of Ghana? Anyway, let's now go for the Joy Business report. One that Sabu was in a hurry.
Even was in a hurry. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, Ghana's per capita income over the last 5 years witnesses marginal increase in dollar terms despite significant economic expansion, but this is due to the city's depreciation. Also, interest rates remain relatively same for first time since January 1 as government's T-bills are oversubscribed following 2 weeks of undersubscription. Plus, government goes after foreign income of residents in Ghana to make up for suspension of VAT on electricity tariffs. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for joining us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. How much every Ghanaian is worth in monetary terms in the economy has not witnessed much growth in dollar terms. This is due to challenges with the Ghana cedi during the period. Here's more in this report.
Ghana's economy in monetary terms reached more than 841 billion Ghana cedis ending December 2023. This should mean that every Ghanaian should be worth 26,000 Ghana cedis as at the end of 2023. The data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows in 2018, when the country's population was 30.8 million, the country's per capita income was 10,000 Ghana cedis. Fast forward to 2023, it increased to 26,000 Ghana cedis. However, when you review the numbers in dollar terms, the country's per capita income has rather witnessed some marginal increase over the past 6 years. In 2018, Ghana's per capita dollar terms was around $2,273. The amount in 2023 went up marginally to reach $2,365. The developments can be linked to the recent challenges with the Ghana cedi over that period in terms of its stability against the dollar. Now, per capita income in dollar terms has been the benchmark in measuring the country's wealth and growth on its citizens. A stronger per capita income could give some signal to investors that the economy is strong and they could have some good returns on their investment. So the next time we get worried about the cedi depreciation, it should not just be about the country's debt, but how that could affect the performance of the economy as a whole.
Now, the Ghana Statistical Service will roll a new structure for calculating inflation from next year. This will see the service review the number of goods captured in the base for measuring inflation. The move could help in ensuring that inflation rate reflects current developments on the market. Professor Samuel Komenim is government statistician.
We currently in the process of collecting data. In January 2024, we started the data collection for prices and quantities for a 1-year period with the mindset that come next year, we'll be able to rebase our consumer price index and rate of inflation. As I indicated, anytime we compute consumer price index and rate of inflation, there are two reference items. One is the weight, which is the share of the different items that we have in the basket, and the other is a price reference. So we always need to have a full calendar year of data collection. So between January 2024 and December 2024, we're going to collect data on prices and quantities based on our annual household income and expenditure survey and our Ghana Living Standard survey. We're going to obtain our weights that we're going to put on the items that we're going to put in the basket, and that would enable us, hopefully, in 2025, rebase our consumer price index and rate of inflation.
You had Professor Samuel Kwabena there, who is government statistician. Now, government will be going after Ghanaians and other residents in the country on their earnings outside Ghana for tax purposes. This is what the Finance Ministry would try to fall on to deal with the gap occasioned by suspension of VAT on electricity tariffs, which should have brought in almost 2 billion Ghana cedis. Julie Asiam is Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, and she says they are committed to ensuring there is full compliance with this tax type.
Gap that we find with the VAT on electricity, we have specifically agreed with GOG, our mother ministry, and the fund to implement a compliance measure on foreign income. Foreign income on resident Ghanaians, and I want to emphasize this: resident Ghanaians. Yes, okay. It's resident Ghanaians. By definition of the law, anybody who lives in the country for 183 days is classified as a resident Ghanaian. There's been a lot of questions on this measure from foreign nationals meaning Ghanaians who live abroad. This is related or relevant to resident Ghanaians, which is citizens of Ghana, obviously, who are here, and also individuals who currently reside in Ghana. This is not a new measure. This is already in the law through our voluntary disclosure program, exit, but its implementation has not been effective.
Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Julie Samthe. Now, interest rates remain relatively same for the first time since the beginning of the year. However, government's treasury bills were oversubscribed by 22.25% after 2 weeks of undersubscription. Here's more in this report.
Following a rise in inflation in March, there were concerns that the falling interest rate will halt. This reflected in the 91-day bill as the yield stayed same at 25.73%. VAT of the 182-day bill went down by 8 basis points to 28.14%. However, the interest on the 364-day bill shot up to 28.74% from the previous 28.33%. Going forward, it's unclear whether interest rate will resume its falling spree. Meanwhile, the government got 4.228 billion cedis from the sale of the short-term instruments. This is compared with a target of 2.459 billion cedis. About 85.2% of the bids tendered came from the 91-day bill. All the bids of the 3.606 billion cedis were accepted. For the 182-day bill, 505.19 million cedis were received, and the uptake was same. The one-year bill also saw about 117.64 billion cedis tendered. The uptake was also 117.64 million cedis.
Now, the IMF has indicated that it is waiting for a deal with bilateral creditors to enable the board-approved Ghana's second program review completion. This after the country passed a program assessment at the staff level. Here's George Jaffe with more.
Engaging the media in Accra, the head of the IMF mission to Ghana, Stefan Rode, noted that it is very important this deal is reached on time so they can go to their board in June for this $360 million to be disbursed to Ghana.
Able to go to the board is that the government makes good faith effort to reach an agreement that is compatible with the program objectives and the program parameters, and this is definitely what we are seeing at the current juncture.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, noted that passing this review may go a long way to improve its reserves, whilst adding that they are confident of hitting the end-of-year inflation target of up to 15% despite the recent blips.
Expected that we would have had a continuous disinflation in terms of the path, but we saw what happened in March. We think it's just a temporary development, and we expect that second quarter of this year we would resume the disinflation path.
Finance Minister Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam noted that completing the second review didn't come easy, but government remains committed to the program. He also assured that they will soon reach a deal with their external creditors.
We are very confident that if things go the way they are, we certainly will reach a deal at some point. But what is significant is that in all these negotiations, we are mindful about the fiscal targets. We are mindful about the debt sustainability target.
The IMF noted that performance under this program has been quite strong, with government meeting all the key targets, and was hopeful that managers of the economy will stick to the program objectives going forward. If Ghana is able to secure this $360 million in June this year, that could bring the amount of money Ghana has gotten since signing up to the program in May last year to more than $1.5 billion.
All right, let's turn to the stock market. Stock prices of Cowbank and MTN Ghana are expected to decline on the Ghana Stock Exchange this week. This is based on the bids and offer dynamics on the market. Here's Grace Munayon of DataBank Research.
Last week, the bourse registered 4 price movers of 2 gainers and 2 laggards. The gainers were GCB Bank and New Gold, whereas Cowbank and MTN Ghana both declined. The declines drove the market's indices lower as the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index shed 0.30% weekly to a year-to-date gain of 9.95%, whereas the DataBank Stock Index remained fairly stable at a year-to-date gain of 9.06%. Overall weekly turnover totaled 38.9 million Ghana cedis after exchanging 6.5 million shares across 18 different counters. New Gold topped the market activity, accounting for 74% of the aggregate turnover. Based on the bids and offer dynamics on the market, we tipped the prices of Cowbank and MTN Ghana to decline this week. For Joy Business Reports, Grace Munanyun of DataBank Research.
And as we conclude, let's check the markets for you, beginning with the currency market. The dollar going for 13 cedis 45 pesos. That's on the retail market. The pound 16 cedis 73 pesos. The euro going for 14 cedis 35 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil increased to $90 a barrel. Gold went up by more than $12, trading at $2,256 an ounce. And cocoa, as we've been talking about this morning, selling at $10,475 a ton after gaining more than $500. More news on our website, myjoyline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Here's Winston with more of the Super Morning Show.
Thank you very much, Daryl. Cocoa doing very well. Let me see where the dollar is.
13 cedis 45 pesos.
Crude oil is increased. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and that's why people fear there's not an escalation of the conflict there in the Middle East.
Well, we pray so. If there is, then we're finished.
If
there is, we'll come and complain again. And because we are under an IMF program, you cannot do a lot of things when it comes to because we actually went to the IMF with a program that is hinged on revenue mobilization.
Exactly.
That's what we did. We didn't go with. We talked about. We have reduced expenditure. We have cut down government salaries. We have cut down coupon payments. Really insignificant.
Yeah.
Not significant. Anyway, Daryl, we pray for the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our inspirational song says Hosanna. Hosanna by Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Anyway, that's
a good one.
Yeah.
Well, that's our inspirational song for today. Good morning, Raymond.
Hosanna, forever. We love you.
We worship you.
Amavi, are you singing or you are doing?
I'm singing to the glory of God.
We can't hear you.
The song did not come during her time.
Oh, this song didn't come in the 60s. No, of course.
Yeah,
not
no,
in the
yes,
60s.
of course, yeah, clearly.
Anyway, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign. Brought to us by John Hughes and Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. And so it says, use your blinkers. Another part of being a defensive driver is using turn signals appropriately. When you're about to change lanes or make a turn, always turn your blinker on early enough to signal to other drivers what you're planning to do. Defensive driving means putting on a turn signal at least 100 feet in advance of the turn you will make. If changing lanes, put on your blinker for at least 5 seconds before you make that move.
I feel like we should do this one this whole week. I mean, it's really it can get really frustrating when you are behind someone and they know that they will be taking the next 10, but they will only show you the signal when they get there. I mean, how?
Well, you're right, and sometimes you just find out that. That's why, as part of defensive driving, we say always give some distance between you and the next driver, just to be sure.
Maybe as an addendum, I don't know, but the Achimota overhead, right? When you're taking that turn to come into what they call it, the stretch that leads you to Accra or Circle. So last week, I think Wednesday or Thursday or so, a truck turned on this side and the content was offloaded onto the road. So they pushed the truck off the road small. Some very wise person thought the best time to bring another truck, come and block the road. It's not by the side of the road. So to offload or to take the what was in the original
the load
truck,
from the stacked
yes.
truck.
So what they have done, which is obviously causing traffic, is using some branch to now redirect you to join the other side, so that they can put on their truck and offload the. It's a huge truck.
Discipline.
And if you want to do this and it's properly coordinated, do it around midnight to 4 a.m. where the presumption is that the roads will be quite free. But why do you wait first thing in the morning to now block the place? So people are now struggling turn, so they're actually going the other way, joining up those coming from your place to join the main road. It's terrible. It's completely unacceptable. And I'm wondering, I'm not sure it's state security that's actually helping this, because they've done it in a better way. This one, they just put a branch. So you don't know, you just realize that there's a massive traffic there. Then when you get there, somebody is redirecting you. No, the branch is extended to the other side. So you just have to follow it, jump onto the other side of the road before you can actually.
Samuel Dame is talking about the cameras that have been mounted
on
in certain
Friday,
places.
so if you wanted to even take use the weekend there.
You're right. But you see,
and there's no great vegetation there, so go and park inside and pack your things into it. Why is that truck sitting on the road?
Exactly.
Once nobody is talking about, in fact, once nobody is punishing, once we have police, we've got MTTD, and they haven't seen. People will do all kinds of things because they can get away with it.
Why has the police not seen?
They can get away with it.
That's where they stand virtually every morning.
Are we saying that the police have not? They've seen it.
Yeah.
But again, we don't care. So you're talking about it today. By the time you close from work, you wouldn't find it there, because then somebody says, "Oh, there's a problem here," and so quickly somebody calls and says, "So where is our sense of responsibility? We're supposed to be leaders in our own light. I mean, wherever you find yourself, you must be a leader. But unfortunately, many people find themselves in different positions. They expect the superior to be the one to direct that things be done properly. That should not be the case. Anyway, let's learn how to say it right.
And it's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
So I promised I was going to do this, Mamavi, but I wasn't here on Friday. I wanted to do it when Raymond is around, so he would help us with the pronunciation. Jeopar D-I-Z-E-D.
I can't remember.
The boys say you will remember. Jeopardy. No, it's jeopardize.
So hold on. So it's not jeopardize?
No, it's not jeopardize.
Oh, it's similar.
Wait, so let's help ourselves. G-E-O.
J.
No, I get it.
Not G.
Yeah. I'm just substituting the J with G. Yeah.
Geography.
Okay, cool.
See, I have told you. English is very illogical. If you try to, and that's where there's a source of error that we say generalization. We say effort, but there's a fault. So you see that and you go, okay, then it should be effort. No, it doesn't work like that. So every word exists on its own right. So this jeopardize and not jeopardize. So if you want to say it right, you say it that way. And that's how you say it right. And I'll tell you what, I was in a meeting over the weekend with, Syngenta. They're launching some product, and during the meeting, the guy's like, "Oh, Winston, you're on. I hope I've said everything right." Because these days, and say it right, I said, "Kinsley, you are on course. Continue. This is not what we are going to be doing, say it right, but you continue." Anyway, let's get into the newspaper reviews brought to us by Syntex Tank, a stronger, a tough, and Access Bank, more than banking. But before we get into, the papers, let's go for a wrap of what transpired on News File over the weekend, and it was actually on scholarships. Okay, now the Scholarship Secretariat is still under the public scrutiny for reportedly misapplying public funds. Now calls have now moved from probe into the activities of the Secretariat to the interdiction of Kinsley Agyeman for leading the cause to set as a deterrent to others in future. Let's listen to the rap.
It took a whole year, about back and forth to get the document. At the point, when we first asked for it, they said that they needed the opinion of the AG on it because it contains private and confidential data. We reject an applicant who needed just 4,000 cedis for UCC and couldn't get it for his master's.
And you just mentioned the issue of the frustration of giving them hard copies. See, public institutions should be reprimanded for such bad behavior. You actually spend state resources to go and find the paper, buy the toner, get a staff person to print those hundreds of pages just to punish somebody. The guy who did that should be fired. These are evil people who do things just to make things difficult for everybody else. Okay, and it's so wrong. They make an RTI, which you and I fight for. You are dealing with public office, public funds, and you don't want to be transparent. And when the commission, the guy has had to go through the process, you disregard the law, and you are telling him that, oh, there's private information.
You agree that every politician is a citizen of Ghana. Their relatives are citizens of Ghana. Their ability to access scholarship does not invalidate the issue of giving them scholarship. Also, when you look at the criteria set for the scholarship secretariat, it is true, all of us will agree that there is no regulation in terms of law that governs as to who becomes a needy person. If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no rule to say that this person is needy.
As a leader of the covered entity in disbursing public funds, right, you ought to apply certain transparent guidelines. But you won't. And you will call into programs and say that now we need the law. No, the law already exists. We may not have a law covering your entity as a scholarship secretariat, but Parliament approves funds for you. And when those funds are approved, you are enjoined under the Public Financial Management Act to apply the funds in a certain manner and account for it. And I support the call that it should be interdicted immediately for a special audit to be conducted into its activities, and then we can take it up from there thereafter.
Sometimes I get shocked when people suggest that somehow we are not able to
determine who is needy or brilliant. When we have been doing social protection programs, even countries are categorized by, their poverty levels. We used to talk about the $1 a day, this and that. The SASCA service spends time in categorizing who is poor, who is extreme poor. Governments actually do policies, give monies based on these things. So nobody can tell me that in today's Ghana, they cannot make a distinction as to who is poor and who is needy.
Well, so we're still on. I mean, it doesn't seem to go away because new information all the time. Now, persons who are politically exposed, persons who are not needy, who are connected to politically exposed persons, are now 17 persons with multiple scholarships. Raymond.
No, we all know that. I think the conversation, and I was happy that the Office of Special Prosecutor is saying that they have been probing the institution since July of last year. I just felt maybe because I didn't see any of that reflecting in their last quarter of the first set. That's if you're supposed to be in the first 6 months or the last 6 months reports.
I checked the website, I think on Friday, to see if there will be an appearance.
Any of them, but I couldn't see that. And of course, they have sometimes said that it's some advancement on the investigation that makes it appear there. I don't know whether that's the justification they'll give for this. And because if they came out earlier, some people would have been rest assured that something is being done about it. I agree also that the more we continue the conversation, and I was not expecting, you see, there are people in our politics today, the only thing that they excel at, because it makes sense for you to do so, right? That's why you get the applause from your people, is to justify wrongdoing and give more reasons so that you muddy the waters a little bit further. That's the kind of people that we have. We do not have questionable people in our politics, and it's quite clear. So, depending on who's in power and at what point in time, people justify that. Things that deep within their hearts, they can't say. They know that it's nonsensical. It's an unreasonable argument that they are making. But just because the politics has to be done and it has to represent a side, they will do so. Perhaps when we get to the point where we have questionable people in our politics, it will change. But we are not there. And that's why I'm happy that the people of Ejoso did not vote for Kwesi Nyantakyi anyway.
We'll talk about that one later.
After more than 60 years, we now have to talk to people about why they go into public service. People don't seem to know why they're serving the public.
You'll be shocked.
Why state resources are there for the benefits of the people.
Not at
and
all.
People, I think they deliberately also leave the loopholes so that they can take advantage of it. Because how can somebody leave a project that's not well defined? You lead it for 7 years. If you were working in a private company, and you are saying quality assurance when there are always updates, would you sit there and say that you have no regulation, so you do whatever it is you want to do?
Anyway, now the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning, and IMF bailout second review meeting, Ghana to receive 360 million third tranche awaits management executive board approval. As Kofi AJ explained earlier, this would include having some agreement, a memorandum of understanding with our external creditors once again, and it's been added there. Now, support homegrown initiatives against insecurity. This is National Security Minister Albert Kandapa, as usual, with his very thick glasses on the front page. Yeah, very signature thick glasses, no matter where it happens. And GRA clears 18. And this is the good news, but I don't know if people will take it as good news. GRA clears 18 out of 182 containers locked up at the Tema port.
How is that good news?
Hands over, it depends on who's looking at the glass.
And I hear there was a ceremony, a whole ceremony.
Yeah.
When people have given you those products for free, just clear them. You've cleared 14 containers out of what? And then we are supposed to be applauding you.
And they are more interested in clarifying whether or not they've been banned by Global Fund or not banned by Global Fund. They did not. That's why I said questionable people in politics help. Anyway, so they have handed over the products to the health ministry finally. But this is 14 out of 182. They say they are going to put in place modalities for the clearing of the rest.
Hold on. Anyway. These drugs. What are they supposed to do for us?
For our benefit, for the areas that we need support for.
And who's supposed to pay?
Sometimes they are essential medicine,
yes,
actually.
And who's supposed to pay these these duty?
Oh, mostly when they bring it to your country, you clear it.
So what's our problem?
Because they're giving it to you for free.
What's our problem?
They say there were problems with modality.
No, there is no modality here. It's a waiver. It's simple.
Yeah.
You don't, because that's your contribution to, getting these drugs.
Yeah,
so you indicate, that's it. Why do we create problems for ourselves?
And would this be the first time that we're getting...
Not at all.
From
our dealings
from
with
the fund?
Global Fund goes way back.
So why are we suddenly behaving as if we don't have modalities?
Let's get into other papers.
We are not
the New Finder newspaper.
Before you move on, there are two more stories that, forgive me, I'm just mentioning the headlines. Kwabena Boateng wins a Joso constituency MPP primaries as Christopher Arthur defeats incumbent in Aguna West. I like Morrison. I don't know. I like Morrison. She looked like a very wonderful lady.
Cynthia?
Yeah, she's lost.
Yeah. Anyway, but 2 dead, 3 injured in Navy Plejo, and Sami insists that I should mention the Plejo group clash in Tema Newtown.
That's worrying.
Yes. And you see the military statement. They say, later on the police told them that 2 were dead and what.
We need a neutral third party to be giving us that information. That should be the Ghana
Again,
Police
they
Service.
claim that they are investigating, and at least we know that they cannot be the ones investigating this matter. We know what they did in Nashaman. We were here in this republic when they gave that nonsensical claim that they went to pick up. None of the people they picked up became suspects in the case before court. Anyway.
The New Finder newspaper, performance tracker, 74 omitted projects added, 67 wrong entries deleted. You guys, you've seen that update from Imani, for instance.
To err is human.
The tracker is vague. It needs more data.
No, but to err is human.
Which one is that?
The thing has 13,000 entries. 67 is negligible.
Again. My point always is this: that you indicate you have completed a KVIP, 6-unit KVIP, and that's an achievement. That's an achievement.
Kobe Mensah.
That you should be telling me. You should be telling me.
He says it's a vote catcher.
How your policies have led to employment. And don't tell me you have created 2 million jobs. Because how can you justify that your policies led to the 2 million jobs? But most importantly, we live in a country where unemployment rate is increased by the Ghana Statistical Service.
That's true.
So that should be your first port of call. So we've been able to do this, and so we've reduced unemployment rate. Then you go to life expectancy. These are things that matter.
Mr. Mohan, but what you are saying there, it is only people who are interested in the development of the country that do the analysis that way. This is partisan engagement. Partisan engagement, you only tell us that I built 4, KVIP ones. You build 2. Because I built 4, we built 2, I'm 50% more than what you have done.
So we should be able to say, for instance, that we did this, and this has led to as for
our
us,
ranking on the Human Development Index.
The headlines there.
Oh.
Alan promises to abolish unnecessary taxes on imports. Kandapar solicits Western support for anti-terrorism initiatives, and $360 million IMF third tranche booked. Board approval and disbursement expected in June. The Finder doesn't have sports, but I've got an update on Kotoko. So, you know,
there's another paper I have
8
to do.
games, 8 losses. That's how bad they're doing right now.
So now you create your own stories and
relegated and come back again.
Mama V, because we deal with the information here.
Yes.
Are you sure it's 8 games, 8 losses?
But how many? Please count.
Mama V, just be factual.
And for the avoidance
how
of
many
games,
how many
no
consecutive?
wins. Listen, 8 games, no wins is different from 8 games, 8 losses.
Massive difference.
Get your facts right.
No. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Aaron says it's the same KVIP analogy
again,
that you just made.
Once I am done,
Same
you will realize that.
analysis.
Once I'm done,
Massa.
it's 8 games.
They are correcting you.
No
Which
wins.
one is the correction?
There's been a draw, so it's not 8 losses. So that cannot be KVIP analysis.
Right.
The young man who is helping you does not appreciate the facts.
Right now, you explain Tayam. Right now, a draw is a win.
Says the man who
You should
doesn't.
humble yourself for education on this matter.
Why you not
This is an
talking?
important point.
Why you
You
not
should
talking?
humble yourself. Should I do the daily guide?
Please do.
Yes. I am not going to add a story which is not in the paper to this.
It's on the back page.
That means, okay, I should start on the back page.
Yes, please.
Mamavi insists that I want to pay back United fans. That is Onana. That's on the back page. Djokovic explains Monte Carlo Masters struggles. That's also there. Liverpool lose grounds in title race. That's also the back.
Okay, the table is there.
Oh, Mamavi. Oh, Mamavi. I mean, she even confused me on the paper. Please, Ministries Clearing is there. Kwamna Boateng Wins is also on the front page. Then there is Rotary International Honors Dampare. That is IGP Dr. George Akufu Dampare. I see a plaque and some policemen lined up. They are clapping for him. Well, so congratulations, IGP Dr. George Akufu Dampare. Yes, and Tema Youth Navy class 2 dead. And that's what the military people say they are. They are investigating. They'll tell us what has happened anyway.
Can I do the Business and Financial Times? All right. Stanbic Bank offers financial solutions to members of Ghana Medical Association. One of the stories in the paper today. Also, Minibisic Bank makes 150 million Ghana cedis gain in 2023. IMF floods cocoa energy reforms. And basically, that's how it looks like on the back page. Manya Krobo Rural Bank brings convenient banking to Medina customers, inaugurates new office complex.
Okay, I think we can go for the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and G&J Technical Services, celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana.
You know, whenever I start this Zenith one, I want to do the song. Fun form. Then I like the beats, and so
Allah.
yeah, Allah, woyo. Now sign up for a free Zenith MasterCard from now until April 30, 2024 at any Zenith Bank branch nationwide. Enjoy up to 2 free deliveries each month when you use your card on Glovo from now until October 20, 2024. With a Zenith MasterCard, you can conveniently make everyday purchases on a POS device, withdraw funds from ATMs, and pay for goods and services online. Get your free Zenith MasterCard from the nearest Zenith Bank branch today and enjoy this amazing offer. Visit zenithbank.com.gh for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And myjoyonline.com this morning says some SOEs are incurring losses because they are not running as businesses, says John Bwedu, who's in charge of ensuring that these SOEs
run as businesses.
Well, I'm sure we can go for the BBC News.
Which is brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
Me, Hafiz, and all the team, goodbye.
This is the BBC World Service, where Dr. Zoe Williams is examining the gender gap in medicine.
For decades, the medical profession has treated women as if they're just smaller versions of men, despite growing evidence that there are fundamental differences between us. I'll be hearing how this gender gap has had some shocking consequences for women's health.
His and Hers Medicine, Sunday at 13 GMT, or listen now at bbcworldservice.com. Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
We depend on consumer reviews for many of our retail choices these days, from hotels and restaurants to healthcare. But what happens when the relationship between a company and its customers becomes a legal battle?
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up after the news from the BBC World Service, it's Hard Talk with me, Stephen Sacker. Acting is both an art and a craft. The words are written elsewhere, the action is directed by another, but ultimately the power of the performance rests on the actor's ability to inhabit the role. So, what does it take to succeed in this precarious profession? My guest today, Eddie Marsan, is one of the UK's most recognisable and popular actors across stage and screen. His roots are genuinely working class, and that is something of a rarity in the performing arts.
I wanted to play many different characters because I hate the idea of anyone defining me. It's usually, for want of a better word, it's some posh bloke defining what he thinks I am, and I have to wait around for him to give me a job to be what he thinks I should be.
That's Eddie Marsan on Hard Talk after the news.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. France is hosting an international conference in Paris to boost aid for Sudan, exactly a year after the civil war broke out, triggering one of the world's biggest humanitarian crises. The civil war has displaced more than 8 million people and driven millions to the brink of famine. Justin Brady from the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs is in Port Sudan.
We do have some areas that are already demonstrating famine-like conditions as far as malnutrition, general acute hunger, as well as deaths per day. But our biggest challenges are two things: access and resources. And there's very little signs from the two parties that they are going to provide more access. In fact, what we're seeing is more instrumentalization of aid as part of the conflict between them.
The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has said it's time to step back from the brink after Iran launched hundreds of missiles and drones at Israel late on Saturday. Mr. Guterres told the Security Council that people in the Middle East face the danger of a devastating full-scale conflict. More details from Yoland now.
Israel called for sanctions on Iran and reiterated its right to a response. Iran's ambassador to the UN told the meeting that its actions, which were in retaliation for a deadly airstrike on its consulate in Syria, were justified. Amid rising tensions, the attacks have received widespread international condemnation. Now, world leaders are pressing for de-escalation in a bid for calm in the region.
The human rights charity Amnesty International has joined calls for Nigeria's government to halt the sale by Shell of its onshore oil business in the country, unless human rights in the Niger Delta are protected. The charity says the proposed sale risks worsening human rights abuses if the pollution caused by the oil company is not addressed. An Australian civil court has ruled that a political advisor raped a colleague inside Parliament in a case that's gripped the country. The judge found that, on the balance of probabilities, Bruce Lerman had committed a great wrong. He had accused a TV channel of defamation for running a story accusing him of rape. Phil Mercer is in Sydney.
In March 2019, Brittany Higgins said she was raped by a colleague at Parliament House in Canberra. A criminal trial against Bruce Lerman collapsed in 2022 without a verdict due to juror misconduct. Now, after a civil trial where the burden of proof is lower, Australia's federal court has found that Ms Higgins was, on the balance of probabilities, raped. Justice Michael Lee has dismissed a defamation case brought by Mr Lerman against a media company and a TV presenter.
This is the World News from the BBC. An opposition politician in the Solomon Islands has called China's influence over the Pacific Island nation alarming. Daniel Soudani told the French news agency AFP that he was troubled by what he called Beijing's corrosive impact on democracy in the country. The Solomon Islands will hold elections on Wednesday, with Prime Minister Moussene Sogavane keen to deepen ties with China. A government-appointed commission in Germany is set to recommend the legalisation of abortion. Currently, abortion is largely illegal in Germany, but not punishable if carried out in the first 12 weeks and after mandatory counselling. The commission is expected to recommend that terminations in the early stages of pregnancy be fully legalised. Conservative groups have pledged to challenge any liberalisation in the courts. The award-winning novelist Salman Rushdie, who was seriously injured in a stabbing attack 2 years ago, has warned that freedom of speech has become much more difficult in recent years. Sir Salman has told the BBC that many people thought that restrictions on freedom of speech were often a good idea, but he said, "You have to permit speech you don't agree with." Organisers of the Beijing half marathons say they're investigating allegations that 3 East African athletes deliberately allowed China's star runner He Jie to win the race on Sunday. Here's Andrew Chiang.
Footage of the event appeared to show Kenya's Robert Keter and William Nangat and Dejene Heilu of Ethiopia pointing to the finish line and seeming to slow down while waving He out in front. He, the 2023 Asian Games marathon gold medalist, passed them and won by 1 second. The incident has received significant attention on Chinese social media. Some users have criticized what they saw as an embarrassing result, saying the lack of effort by the 3 East Africans to win the race goes against the spirit of competition in sports. None of the runners has commented on the investigations.
World News from the BBC.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Sintex tank. Sintex tank, stress-free. Sintex tank, reliable. Sintex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit sintexgh.com. Sintex tank, a strong, a tough.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later.
Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack?
There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So hunam ya wuya, na wunya wunya. Rapinol, will take the pain away. Rapinol, mema wuya unajai.
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and also patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Imagine this. Your employees spend 1/3 of their lives at work. That's 13,000 days or 110,000 hours dedicated to their jobs. At Old Mutual, we don't just see the numbers, we see the faces and the dreams behind them. With our tailored group life insurance and pension plans, you can provide your employees with employee benefit schemes that gives them peace of mind for their futures and for their families. Make the choice that shows your commitment to your employees today. Call 0509-551-609 or email corporate services@oldmutual.com.gh. Old Mutual, Do great things every day.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Are you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hour? Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and need a reliable ride. Perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, Access Bank and Uber have got you covered. With Access Bank Visa Card, you can now enjoy 30% off Uber rides. That's 30% off every ride. Use promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable, convenient, and cheaper rides even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or social media today to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Visa Card, the perfect partner for your Uber rides. Access Bank, more than banking.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Show right here on Joy 99.7 FM.
If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private
a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way. There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, you know whether he's needy or he's not needy. There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person.
Hey, Amagana, here we are.
I actually think that
we're battling with the issue of
we are not battling.
Who is like what the definition of a needy person is.
Mama, this is a red herring. No, it's a distraction from the main cause. Everybody knows one thing for sure, that there is history to establishing the system. We didn't wake up one morning and said, oh yeah, we just want to put together a system that provides scholarship for everybody. So we just look at your hairstyle and say, okay, Aaron's wearing some kind of hairstyle, it's okay, he qualifies. The other one, look at your nose. No, you look like you can actually survive in a Western environment, so we are taking you there. That is not how we came through this process. Some people fought for it because they felt they could not pay school fees in the Republic of Ghana. When we stopped taking charge of everybody's school fees, when the cost sharing issue became a big matter, when we were insisting that students should contribute out of their pocket or their parents or whichever in taking care of their university education. I hope you get my point. Government said, oh, I'm still taking care of your tuition. I just need you to chip in small when it comes to academic facility user fees and also residential facility user fees. That is when they said there are still a chunk of our grouping that could not pay. I recall there was a time in Legon that 4,000 Ghanaian students were almost at the point of deferment or being sacked from the school because they could not pay school fees. I hope you are getting my point. It is for that reason. And the school saying that if we do not get money, we cannot build the things we'll build to improve education, to get it to the standard that we're supposed to have. That's why we put together the Ghana Education Trust Fund. So that theory is known. That history is known. So nobody can come and do, this kind of analysis. Because everybody who is mindful of that history knows that that is why it was written there that we give it to those Ghanaian students who are struggling. And the other time I said one person is 25,000 or so could pay about 160 medical students their school fees. If the doctor or one that you're referring to was going to medical school and he's like Dr. Edward Mahama, who could not pay from his hometown and needed support even to travel down to Legon to come in school, that one, any sensible person in this country would agree that the person deserved support. But to come and now reduce such an important conversation about the use of national resources to empty rhetoric and make it look like, oh yeah, there is a loophole about who is or who is not qualified to be needy. Please, it is a complete red herring. What I'm interested in is whether or not Kingsley Agyemang will be asked to leave the office whilst the investigations are ongoing. Whether or not the relevant institutions of state are interested in intervening. Because the signals you send to the people of this republic is that if you're not connected, if you're not part of that system, you are just part of a system that can only share among themselves. That kind of thinking is so backward. It's almost like the way white people treated us some time ago. A few select few joining the crack of their own to actually run the system in an indirect rule system. That is so backward that nobody should be advocating or thinking around those lines in the 21st century.
Mavi, this is the mission of the Scholarship Secretariat. You've heard it 1,001 times, but I just want to use it to make a point. Our mission is to utilize government funds, GET fund and donor funds for the provision of scholarship to brilliant but needy students and qualified workers at a minimum access cost for human development and for the purpose of national growth and development. Then I go to GET Fund Act. And this is very important. Section 2(b) says to provide supplementary funding to the Scholarship Secretariat for the grant of scholarships to gifted but needy students for studies in second cycle and accredited tertiary institutions in Ghana. This is instructive.
Emphasis.
Let me read this again. To provide supplementary funding to the Scholarship Secretariat for the grant of scholarships to gifted but needy students for studies in second cycle and accredited tertiary institutions in Ghana. Now, Get Fund. And listen to the Scholarship Secretariat. Our mission is to utilize government funds. Get Fund. So the Get Fund, which supports the Scholarship Secretariat, is very clear on what funds must be used for. If your mission says at a minimum access cost, based on what the law also says, I move to suggest that this whole scholarship scheme, as Raymond alluded to, is to help provide assistance to people studying in this country, Ghana. Where it becomes necessary for human resource development and for purposes of national growth and development, you have qualified workers who may need specialized training outside the Republic. You may want to do so. But these qualified workers should be people who are working in our civil service. These should not be politically exposed people, then you go and put them anywhere. So for me, I suggest this morning that this whole practice of sending people even abroad to study as part of our scholarship scheme must cease. That today, a lot of funds are channeled into sponsoring people to go and study abroad for courses that are irrelevant. When I say irrelevant, it means that, why? If you want to go and do masters in public administration, which cost you more than $50,000 at Harvard University, you couldn't have studied same in the Republic of Ghana at the University of Ghana? At the look, there are Ghanaian universities that rank among the top universities in Africa. They place in world rankings of universities. You are in Ghana. You don't think that you can actually study in Ghana. And so in going to Harvard, what are you going to learn?
If you want the niche education of Harvard, it's only fair that you pay for it yourself.
Exactly.
You, your family, your friends, you can do your own rankling and it will work out properly. Or you can do your medicine for 50, 20 years. Maybe you can raise the 50,000 that's required. If he, in that hospital, he was given the opportunity to choose what to use 50,000 for, having to fund somebody's education will not be his priority.
If only they would run Ghana. Still, Ghana was a private company, their own company. If only they would understand why they go into public service, to improve quality of life and to shape policies that combat systemic racism, then we would not be here. May God help all of us. This is our conversation here on the Super Morning Show. Please join us with your thoughts on 055-1111-997. Also post on X with the hashtag Joy. SMS is Joy997 on X. And please add the hashtag Joy SMS. But, you know, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster, and we don't want that for you. That's why Total Energies has specially formulated the Quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's actually an innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine, and it improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. So choosing Quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
Well, you know, it's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Are you an SG Ghana customer or on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll? Then the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Get that money from SG Ghana. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans available today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Offer runs till the 7th of June 2024. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
Now, Toyota users, get ready for a revolution. If you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice: the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the country. Nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchase or distribution, contact Toyota Ghana on 0302-429-801. Toyota Ghana is that wonderful company which is proud to be associated with the Joy FM Joy News Drive City Tips on the Super Morning Show. Toyota, superior quality.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Now, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, that's your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices. They've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. Our children are going back to school today. If you need to shop for them for school, listen, you don't have to worry yourself and physically go to Kingdom. You can actually just log on together with your children, kingdomstoreonline.com. Just start shopping for the books that they will need for this academic year. And then they will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time for you. They also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema. They accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So how do you keep your car in the premium league? With Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, specially formulated with a unique Shell Pure Plus technology that actively helps keep engine clean. Because everyone knows premium rolls best with premium. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP provides unsurpassed wear and sludge protection, leaves your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and enhances the fuel economy. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP is designed to be safe for the environment with a significant reduction in carbon emissions. Now get Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP to keep your engine purring. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, made for premium.
Now to the businessman, trade, and every trader you should know, and parent who is also sending money to loved ones and business partners. Thanks to the Access Bank PAPS partnership, you can now send money across border hassle-free. Now you can send money to pay for goods and services, make business transactions, and cover school fees across Africa without worrying about foreign exchange losses or delays. It's straightforward, secure, and keeps your mind at ease. Benefit from instant payments across Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone with zero foreign exchange hassle. Nigerians currency the but anyway, when our own is not good, but their own is no. When you send money in cedis, it will now be received in any other currency by the recipient. For more information, please visit the website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free on this number 0800 004400. For all your cross-border payments, visit any of our branches and PAPS it with Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
We've got the Sports Center coming up, plus your birthday messages. And of course, food for thoughts here on the Super Morning Show. That's all coming up right after these.
The guy who did that should be fired. These are evil people who do things just to make things difficult for everybody else.
Governments actually do policies, give monies based on these things. So nobody can tell me that in today's Ghana, they cannot make a distinction as to who is poor and who is needy.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year. Only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data, or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN just for you. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique just for you package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet. With our globally partnered merchant points, bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Ebusiafo, welcome. I want to greet Uncle James in Germany. Since I was a child, you have promised me a trip abroad, sir. To date, my passport is still a virgin po. And then to you, baby, for that bombastic broken heart. Hey! I want you to know that latest by June, dear, I would have won big in the Ideal Yonkopa promo.
Win up to 600,000 Ghana cedis in cash. Another amazing prizes up for grabs with Ideal Yonkopa promo. Just peel, text, and you could win big. This advert is FDA approved.
Great news is here. Batmat is here again. XXL clearance sale. Guaranteed savings. From now till the end of April, the big sale continues. Get discounts of up to 70% off sanitary wares, light tiles, waterproofing, and all other product families. It's the year to get things done. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to the Winners Chapel, Ghana. Don't miss out. Batmat, welcome home.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Let's go.
Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group.
As close as a partner.
I want to go first because today is my husband's birthday.
Oh, please do, please do.
So with all the love from the boys and myself to you, Daniel. I'm not reading.
Go ahead.
Yes. To you, Daniel. Clyde. You know I love you, Dada. So
that's the message. This one
that's all that you want to say. This one we do. We tell our friends.
Couch romantic messages.
You have been sitting here. See, we be accusing you of
say something
not
nice.
being romantic. You are displaying the same now.
Say something nice.
Lawyer. Lawyer, good morning.
Good morning. This one you're intervening. You're helping out.
And may this be your best year yet. And may joy never elude you. And I pray that your practice will prosper and that your home would have laughter and joy every time. That provision will not be withheld from you.
Amen.
And may Mama V make you happy till all the days of your life.
Amen. No, we are worried.
But, because of Uncle,
Uncle, thank you.
Would defer.
Raymond, keep quiet.
Uncle has spoken.
I don't know how I deal with you guys.
No. Do you not have something?
Don't read anything. Now let's go to the sports center. Let's go.
Because the way things are going
we'll
there.
Come back. We'll deal
you
with
have to help you with the draft.
We'll draft a nice message for you.
Sports Center on the Super Morning Show brought to you by
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Standard Chartered Bank.
Here for good.
DSTV.
It's your moment.
Twisco Energy Food Drink. Twisco.
Power your dreams.
And Bet Power.
So, folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transforming into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more with Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans. You can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering loans. We're offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following numbers: 0501-535789 or 0501-535790 or 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now, carrying multiple phones around can be such a chore, right? The unsightly bulge in your pocket, the extra weight in your purse, the stress of switching from one phone to the other to pick calls. Now, imagine being able to switch between different numbers on the same phone easily and seamlessly. Guess what? You can go seamless. Fencho, listen to this one. You can go SIMless with MTN eSIM and enjoy the convenience of connecting multiple phone numbers to a single phone or device. That is what I do. It's so simple. Listen, if you want to know whether your phone is compatible, just simply dial *#06#. *#06#. Once you receive an EID number, it means your phone or device is compatible. Not this one that my friend is holding. Simply download my MTN app today to request your MTN eSIM and enjoy the sweet SIMless life everywhere you go. I've done it. My phone only takes eSIM, right? It's so seamless. It's so wonderful. You can add on up to like 6 or 7 SIM cards on one phone. So you don't have to pretend you are rich by having many.
All right. I'm actually quite happy that you can tell the difference in pronunciation between SIMless and seamless. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Sports Center with me, Fentu Tahiru Fentu. Coming up this morning.
What a pass for Wirtz, who's never scored a senior hat-trick. He has now. Extraordinary. Florian Wirtz. What a time to pitch to score your first ever hat-trick.
That's right. Bayer Leverkusen win their first ever Bundesliga title in the club's 120-year history. We'll talk about that, but also in this bulletin.
Again squeezing it forward, Moreno down the line for Luca Digne. Oh, in towards the near post, Bailey! That is a massive spanner thrown in the works. Our dreams are baiting in front of our eyes.
A massive moment in this Premier League season.
Yeah, Aston Villa beat Arsenal to tilt the Premier League title race in Man City's favour. That was after Crystal Palace and Jordan Ayew dented Liverpool's own title ambitions. All of that to come here. But we'll start right here at home in the Ghana Premier League.
John Entry, lovely play from Entry. Here is Ateje, chance for dreams. It is Ateje shoots and Ateje scores. Asante Kotoko down by 2-0 at the Theatre of Dreams. This is a beautiful goal.
And that's how it ended. 2-0 to Dreams FC yesterday in Dawu in a match week 26 fixture. That means Kotoko have now suffered their 6th defeat in 7 games. The Porcupine Warriors have now dropped to 11th on the league log with 33 points, 16 away from the top. The Kotoko assistant coach is David Oklu. He says successive defeats have taken a toll on the confidence of his players.
It's very difficult. I can feel their pain. This is football. Sometimes it happens. You know, when you are losing, mostly confidence go down. And you can see it in the first half. They are panicking and they couldn't play how you and I know them to play. But the second half, I was got a pep talk, and with the injuries happening, like Bonso, you said during the pre-match, yeah, they are all injured.
Interesting. Hearts of Oak, though, that's Kotoko's biggest rivals, they ended a 3-game losing streak of their own with an emphatic come-from-behind 3-1 win over Karela United in Accra. On Saturday, youngster Hamza Issa scored a brace to take his season tally to 11 goals. The Hearts of Oak assistant coach is Abdul Bashiru. He attributed the victory to players adhering to his instructions.
It was a nice feeling, you know. The way the boys play, we have to congratulate them. They really play so well because we dominated since the blow of the whistle. Although Karela took us by surprise to take the lead, but we managed. You know, they play according to the plan, you know. So I'm happy for them. We have to go all out. We have to try as much as possible to turn things around. That's exactly what our boys did. They know what their supporters need, and they really give it to them. So we are all happy with the result.
That's Abdul Bashiru, the assistant coach for Accra Hearts of Oak. League leaders Samatex, they edged Brecum Chelsea 3-2 in Samaraboy to remain top of the league with 49 points. And that was held by second place Nations FC failing to win after drawing 2-2 with Bofal Kwatano to a 5-point lead at the top for Samatex at the moment. Defending champions Mediama, they won 1-0 against Legon Cities. Elsewhere in Swatraman, drew 1-0 against Great Olympics. Later today, Accra Lions face Gold Stars at the Accra Sport Stadium. Now let's do futsal now. Ghana is on the verge of being eliminated from the 2024 Futsal Africa Cup of Nations after 2 straight defeats in their Group A games. The latest was a crushing 8-3 loss to host nation Morocco on Saturday. That was after they also lost 5-2 to Zambia in their tournament opener. Now in boxing, Basti Samir, he handed Bukom Banku his first career loss, was knocked out on Saturday by Nigerian Rashid Idowu in a UBO light heavyweight title bout here in Accra. Weird enough, the bout was declared a technical draw by the officials, despite Basti Samir suffering a TKO. So how is that possible? Here's Nathaniel Atto with an explanation.
I've had a conversation with the president of the Ghana Boxing Authority, Abraham Kote-Nikwe, and his explanation is that this decision was taken in the interest of the security of the boxers and the officials at the Decathlon shop in Kaukudi. That was where this bout was held. Now, according to him, there was a threat of a violent outburst because the home boxer had lost, because of which this decision was declared a technical. And the UBO, I am told, has also stated that they have declared Idowu the winner of this bout. Now, the expectation is that the Ghana Boxing Authority will release a statement to this effect, explaining the explanation that the president gave me, so that we can all move on.
That is a very, very interesting development indeed. So the boxer, Basti Samir, was knocked out cold completely, and yet the judges were forced to declare the bout a draw because they feared for the safety of the Nigerian boxer. Now let's go to England, where Aston Villa handed Arsenal a 2-0 defeat at the Emirates, a result that prevented them from going top of the Premier League table. Mikel Arteta says a result like this was expected at a point in time in the season.
We knew that this moment could come, and now it's about reacting and keep believing and doing what we can do. We could not control and generate what we did in the first half. We struggled, we conceded 2 very poor goals, and we lost the game. So congratulate the opponent, and now is the moment to stand up as a leader, as a character, to make yourself count, because when you win and 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 win for 4 months, it's very, very simple to do it. The moment is now.
So Arteta and his Arsenal team are now down to second place. Crystal Palace, they helped Man City's cause. Jordan Ayew, of course, came on as a second-half substitute for Crystal Palace, who beat Liverpool 1-0 at Anfield. The result now means Liverpool have been winless in their last 3 games. The Liverpool boss is Jurgen Klopp. He says his team didn't show enough conviction.
I'm not sure they had chances really, but we had a lot. The big ones, the 4 where everybody would think, yeah, that should be a goal, and other moments where we were nearly there. There we had momentum, that we were in the game, that we could put them under pressure. And that's now how it is. So we showed the right direction in the game, so we didn't give in or whatever and thought, okay, that's another day off or whatever. Not at all. The boys really tried hard, but in the end it was not enough. We have to admit that as well. And the conviction I talked about was really, we were really, our formation was never there for real causing Palace problems.
So Liverpool had the advantage last week, blew it. Arsenal had the advantage this week, blew it. One team that knows how to take advantage, surely, is Man City. The Citizens hammered Luton 5-1 and are now in pole position in the Premier League title race. They are 2 points clear of Arsenal and Liverpool with 6 games to the end of the season. Can they hold on? Is the main question. Elsewhere, Tottenham Hotspur's top 4 hopes suffered a further dent after a damaging 4-0 loss to Newcastle United at St James's Park. West Ham's European hopes also suffered a setback after a 2-0 defeat at home to Fulham. Meanwhile, Chelsea face Everton at 7 p.m. later today. Let's go to Germany. Well. You had Buchbach's column there blasting in the Bayer Leverkusen dressing room after they ended their 120-year wait for a first Bundesliga title in history. Xavi Alonso's side wrapped up the title with 5 games to spare after a crushing 5-0 win over Werder Bremen in front of their jubilant supporters. Now, overjoyed fans spilled onto the pitch to celebrate after Leverkusen moved to 79 points, 60 more than nearest rivals Bayern Munich, with just 15 points left to play for. Leverkusen manager is Alonso. He says the first is always very special.
Well, it feels great because I have the feeling that this is not just for us. This is for so many people that have been chasing this dream for so many years. It's so great to bring success and to be part of this success with this team. It's always special when it's the first time of everything, and when it's the first time of a Bundesliga title. That is the most difficult title probably. It feels great, and I'm so happy.
That's Xabi Alonso, the Bayer Leverkusen boss. In Spain, Real Madrid won 1-0 at Mallorca to maintain an 8-point lead at the top of La Liga, while Barça also edged Cadiz by the same scoreline. The column you had there is because Leverkusen have a Ghana-born star there. His name is Jeremy Frimpong. And after they won in the dressing room, he made sure Ghana music featured very, very heavily. There are also 2 Nigerians in that Leverkusen team. Victor Boniface being one of them. He scored on the night. Nathan Teller, the other. They have as many as 5 African players in their books, all of them winning Bundesliga title now after 120 years. Mama V, you are playing the song again.
Trying to find it. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
So
that's
this was
in the Bayer Leverkusen dressing room.
Oh, that's nice. That's
It is nice.
Yeah.
This is a classic.
That's a way of selling us, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's our music.
Music has fallen off because this song can't drop, and you don't bust out a move. Like myself, when I saw it, all I could think about was showing off some of the new moves I've acquired in the past month.
Fence, please.
Oh.
Please. I think this is where we have to edit the sports center, right?
Yes.
Don't talk about dance. I beg. It's too early in the week. Yeah. Say good morning to Uncle Boyd.
Uncle, good morning. You see what Mama V does to me now?
What have you done to her?
All I've done is exist. That's it. All I've done is exist. And Mama V just, I don't know. I don't know what their problem is. I have told you that I've acquired some new dance moves in the past.
No.
Your nails are nice.
No. Thank you very much. We don't want to hear you talk about
I've said something
dance.
nice. You should say something nice in return.
Fresh shot. But Uncle, good morning. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, and good to see Fentu.
Yes, Uncle, we have finished the salah, so now I clear.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
So, did you dance on Thursday?
No, please. I've been reserving them to come and show you, and Mama V. Mama V is preventing me from dancing.
Oh, how?
You just said that it's too early in the week.
Don't do it here. Even
why is Jojo too begging?
You. Uncle, have you seen him dance before?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't had the pleasure.
Oh, hey.
Thank you, Uncle. In that case,
we don't want you to have nightmares.
The day it happens, Uncle, you will never forget it. That I guarantee.
We're saving him, Fence, and yourself as well. Oh, but Uncle, thank you so much for coming. It's good to see you in person.
Well, good to be here and good to see you. You're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're looking
so much.
good.
Thank you.
I made a promise to you and I have fulfilled it. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And I can't believe that the guys are fighting me even on this one. But yeah, we'll leave it here. But thank you so much, Uncle.
Welcome.
God bless you.
Mavi, on Saturday, we buried the only friend I have had since secondary school, Form 1.
Oh.
His name is Enoch Kwame Owusu Kesi. And this morning, I want to celebrate his life.
Right.
So, Enoch Kesi and I entered secondary school Form 1 at Osu Presby Secondary School, Sendo, on the same day and year in 1969. He had been born and raised in Accra, and his big brother, Samuel, was a senior at the same school at the time of our admission. So Enoch was very much at home in the school. I, on the other hand, had just arrived in Accra about a week to reopening of school. I had lived in Kumasi all my life, so Accra was a very strange and intimidating city for me. I did not know the language, I did not know the city, and I did not know anyone in the school. Enoch, understanding my situation, appointed himself my protector and guide. His friendship made me feel comfortable and at home in school, and that friendship remained till he died. I celebrate the life of Enoch Kese not just because he looked out for me when I was a JJC in Accra, but because he was also the person who introduced me to the Youth for Christ drama troupe, J Theatre, in 1974, when we finished secondary school. That introduction completely changed the course of my life. Enoch lived his life without any inhibitions and without any airs. Nothing intimidated him and nothing upset him for too long. He was fun, he was humble, and he was giving. He was selfless and at his happiest when he was helping people find solutions to their problems. He did not care what people said or thought about him. You could laugh at Enoch and he would just shrug it off. It was Enoch who introduced me to Club Sandwich when he was working at the Ambassador Hotel, which was under the umbrella of State Hotels Corporation. And now I am hooked on Club Sandwich. So much so that whenever I stay in a good hotel, the first thing I order is a club sandwich.
Wow.
And that is the result of the impact of Enoch on my life. Now, the mention of State Hotels reminds me of how remarkable Enoch was and how at one point he became the most valuable staff of State Hotels Corporation. After secondary school, Enoch studied refrigeration engineering at Accra Polytechnic. On completion of the course, he was employed by State Hotels Corporation, which at the time oversaw all the state-owned hotels in Ghana, and that included Ambassador Hotel, Continental Hotel in Accra, Meridian Hotel at Tema, Atlantic Hotel in Takra, the City Hotel in Kumasi, just to mention a few. Enoch was a management or senior staff in the refrigeration department, which was also responsible for all the air conditioners and the central cold store. When Enoch assumed office, he decided to put his title aside and learn as much as he could from the junior staff, most of whom had been at the department when he was in school. Enoch recognized that his 3 or so years of technical education at Accra Poly could not equate the almost 20 years on the job experience of those he was supposed to supervise. So he decided to learn from them instead of bossing them around. He would join them in everything they did. Senior officers had a separate canteen from the junior staff, and Enoch was entitled to eat at the senior staff facility. But from day one, he chose to eat at the junior staff canteen so he could win their confidence. On the job, he would watch and ask them questions. At first, they scoffed at him whenever he asked questions. They would say, "Look at him, he's an engineer, but he knows nothing." What they did not know was that Enoch was acquiring their practical knowledge, and when he added that to his academic knowledge, he became streets ahead of them. It did not take long before these experienced workers discovered that Enoch had surpassed them, and now they were learning from him. You see, they knew how things worked. Enoch, with his higher education, knew why they worked and the principles behind why they worked. At the time, the central coast store of the Ambassador Hotel had been down for years, even before Enoch was employed. Experts had been brought in to repair it, but none of them had been able to get it working. Eventually, the hotel had given up on it and abandoned it. Enoch spent countless hours studying the system. He would go into the ceiling and follow every cable and trace every circuit. Then he would go home and draw them, and then he would test each circuit. One day, he went to the manager and said, "I can make the Central Coast store work." The man said, "No, you can't. Better qualified people have done their best, and even they have not been able to get it working. You would only be wasting your time." Enoch persisted and said, "I'm serious. I can make it work." The manager, thinking that the hotel had nothing to lose if he failed, gave Enoch the nod to see what he could do to bring the dead co-store back to life. When the staff of the department heard that Enoch had promised management that he would bring the co-store back to life, they laughed and said he had lost his mind. But Enoch set to work. And when the staff saw how meticulous he was working, they made themselves his apprentices. Enoch worked long hours on the project, and the staff of the department, without asking for overtime, would stay with him. In less than a month, Enoch had a co-store that had been written off working perfectly. The entire staff of the hotel were amazed, from the management to the kitchen staff, for whom the resurrected co-store made a lot of difference for their work. Overnight, he became a legend at Ambassador Hotel. Then the news started spreading within the state hotel ecosystem that there was a guy at Ambassador who could do wonders. First came a plea from City Hotel in Kumasi for the services of Enoch. Their Central Coast store had been down for decades. Enoch went there and spent about 3 months there, and was able to restore the coast store to perfect working condition. Then came a call from Atlantic Hotel, and then Meridian Hotel, and soon Enoch was the most in-demand engineer with state hotels. Last Saturday, April 13, at his burial service, someone said to me, "You know, when my mother died, Enoch brought me ice cream to cheer me and those who pass through the house up every evening." Another person said, "I live at Abukobi, and whenever Enoch used the Ebri Road, and he used that road very often, he will make a detour to see me." Almost everyone has something to say about the difference Enoch had made in their lives. He was stingy when he had to provide for himself, but extravagant in helping others. His name was Enoch Kwame Owusu Kesi, and he was my friend till he died. May his gentle soul rest in peace. And Mavi, that is my presentation for this morning.
Uncle, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for celebrating him.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing him with those of us who didn't know him.
Fantastic man. He didn't care about anything. His favorite statement when people ridiculed him is, "Ebo enfami ho." He didn't care. He didn't care. And he was so helpful. So helpful. And God doesn't make people like that anymore. And I was blessed to meet and to be his friend.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Food for Thought with Uncle Ibo White, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And of course, social media messages on the show brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Mala 2 from NS Chemist for the effective treatment of malaria in both adults and children. When the pain is too much to bear, grab Rapinol, the rapid pain reliever.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
It's the Super Morning Show. Time is 8 a.m. And so let's bring you the Business Minutes, which is brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow. Here's the Joy Business Minutes.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow. Ghana's per capita income over the last 5 years has not increased much in dollar terms despite significant economic expansion. This is due to the city's depreciation. The Ghana Statistical Service will roll out a new structure for calculating inflation next year. This will see the service review the number of goods captured in the base for measuring inflation. Government will now be going after Ghanaians and other residents in the country on their earnings outside the country for tax purposes. This is what the Finance Ministry is trying to fall on to deal with the gap occasioned by the suspension of VAT on electricity tariffs. And oil prices fell in early Asian trade after Iran's reprisal attack on Israel over the weekend. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow.
Super Morning Show. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, do you know whether he's needy or he's not needy? There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person.
And the Scholarship Secretariat is still under public scrutiny for reportedly misapplying public funds. Calls have now moved from the probe into the activities of the Secretariat to the interdiction of Mr. Kingsley Agyemang for leading the course to set as deterrents to others in future. So you had there Haruna Mohammed, Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, speaking on Newsfile on Saturday. But listen, before we get into these matters a little more, Business Minutes, which you heard before that audio I played, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow.
Now, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent generators. That you should know by now. From 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA. And if you are like Mama B, who happen to have endured intermittent
in total darkness,
intermittent outages,
this one is not intermittent though.
Take your time. We'll determine what it is anyway.
I beg. I experienced it.
No, it's
not up to. It's not up to.
It's technical competence that is used to determine what it is, not experience. Anyway, now we undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. We also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators, and also do generator rentals. Maybe rent some. Okay, we have branches nationwide. You can locate our latest branches in Amrahia, Frames Oil on the main Adentan Dodua Road. In East Legon, Lagos Avenue Road, opposite Tom Rick Hotel, and Tema General Hospital, the road on the Community 9, just after the overhead. Kaswa, we are off the Wager Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot, and at Odoko, where we have our head office. It's at the number 77 Anointed House. The building is anointed. Off the Odoko Malam Road in Accra. Here. Please call us now to solve all your power problems. 0243 480 334. 0243-480-334. So if you believe it is intermittent or localized outage, if you also want to call it Doomsaw or Doomsaw, whichever way you call it, if you want a solution, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is your source for the one that's also silent, so that you don't get your neighbors angry.
Because that one is annoying.
It's annoying.
Is it surprising that we can't find an acceptable definition or for who a needy person is? See, even Doomsaw, intermittent power outages, whatever it is.
No,
we didn't have a name to it, right?
It's just a sign of
this. Is it shocking?
No,
that we're here.
It's just a sign of dishonesty.
And people are telling us, needy person is not defined.
No, it's just a sign of dishonesty. If the people were responsible to the electorate that put them there, some of these chicanery they will not deploy. They will not be using subterfuge and all the other things to actually try and deceive them. The thinking is quite clear. Nobody. And please, we have always, and you see, it's the same conversation we had some years ago. Oh, free SHS, the way, because we have made a blanket because we can't identify who should really receive it. Some people take advantage of it. We've not done means testing. We've not done. Then we pointed out to them that there is currently a system in place, and there was a gentleman at the Ministry of Gender Social Protection, an expert on social protection, with the help of the IMF, with the help of the World Bank. They developed what's called a common targeting mechanism, which said that if you are on LEAP, you qualify for the NHIS Indigent Selection Group. And you also qualify for free education. Because if you're on LEAP, essentially, you are living on 60 or so, your entire household will not be able to raise anything. Yes. Yeah. So we determined that a long time ago. But we don't want to use that because it will be a rigorous process that will take out political connected people, the exposed individuals, the cronies, we want to put them there, the people who do not deserve anything, whose only use in nature is being political appendages, to the detriment of a country that is struggling to raise funds. That is every time heaping taxes on the ordinary poor and also making sure that they compile and make your life miserable by doing domestic debt exchange. No country that does domestic debt exchange can tell me that they don't know who the needy in their country is. It is just to confuse the matters, and that's what I think people should not fall for. It is pretentious. It is nonsensical. Yeah, we know who is needy in this country. So for example, the people who are beneficiaries of the University of Ghana Students Financial Aid, are they needy? You think the university doesn't know how to select the needy? You think that the university doesn't know the criteria for needy but brilliant? They know. So how come University of Ghana is able to do it, and when it comes to Ghana, we don't know it?
Because this scheme is different.
No.
This scheme is consolidated. I beg.
It is consolidated.
Those monies are a bit stagnant. Let's talk about Waika Recapital because we want to.
But I want to ask you. No, but I want to ask you a question.
From Western, yes.
We're just done with Salah, which is supposed to be a pillar of Islam.
Yes.
There's zakat.
Yes.
Almsgiving. Yeah. To the needy. Don't the Muslims see those who are needy?
No. When it comes to government, it's different.
No, hold on.
When something is coming out of consolidated,
hold on. Zakat, almsgiving.
The pillars are not the same.
Hold on. How do they determine those who are needy? Have you thought about that for a minute? In Christendom, when you say you must help the needy, don't we know those who are needy? Didn't the state know the people who were needy when they started the livelihood empowerment against poverty?
Yeah.
We didn't know
That's
these
what
people.
Raymond referred to a while ago.
I mean, so we didn't. When Ken Oforiatta talked about the fact that he could pay fees at free SHS, and so he didn't see and could even pay for others, and why he didn't know who was classified as a needy person. We didn't know this. When the see, let me ask again that question. Here we are today, and Haruna Mohammed says he's here to make his government look good. At the end of the day, when your time is up, and he's a Muslim, I just want to do something. They say everybody shall account for his stewardship. When you go, at the end of the day, will they look back and be proud of these moments? For all the things we do, I mean, look, we can have a conversation.
Not even you, your children,
your
grandchildren. When they hear the things you said about how public resources are used, can you justify it to them? Can you deep within your heart tell them that, yes, I was in my rightful senses when I said these things?
That at the end of the day, this country called Ghana all the things that we do. See, we're just passing through this world, and we're here to make the world a better place for those who come after us. Is that what we think about when we take decisions? The president says he thinks about the next generation and not the next election. Do we think about the next generation and the generations after? In other jurisdictions, they're actually investing in the next generation when they invest in AI, when they invest in courses in AI. I'll give you a typical example. Look, just last week, okay, I called my UMSU president and I said, why shouldn't our legacy project be building an AI lab to train
like everybody's doing now.
Students? Yes. And I just got a call. Presec, or that year 99, they are building an AI lab. See, listen, look, they are thinking about the next generation. Somebody called me and said, I want to contribute. But when they put you in government, then you think about your pocket and the next election.
Well, listen, Wyca Re Capital is a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Wyca Re Capital, with experience in fund management and investment banking, has over the years helped its customers to thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals. Wyca Re Capital invests funds in ways that create a positive future for its customers, their families, and businesses, and offers corporate finance and advisories. In these ways, Wyca Re Capital helps its customers to create the best life. You too can also create your best life. Just speak to Wyca Re Capital today on 050-1577546 or 050-1577547. Locate their office on the 4th floor, Gulf House, opposite the Ghana Standards Authority here in Accra. Visit their website, wycarecapital.com, for more information. Wyca Re Capital, together towards tomorrow. Let's take our insurance today. We'll come back and expand on these conversations on the scholarship secretariat and scholarships, really. And then we will also share your thoughts with the rest of the world. So please keep them coming through. 055-111-1997. You can post on X Joy997 with the hashtag JoySMS. Insurance today is brought to us by Enterprise Insurance at 100, celebrating our legacy, securing our future.
Insurance Today is a public education service by Enterprise Insurance. Ensure you speak with your insurance broker or agent before making any insurance decisions.
Hello, I'm Baba. Last time, we said that a third-party motor insurance is the minimum insurance cover required by law. A third-party policy pays the cost for bodily injuries or death and car damage caused to another driver and passengers in an accident. It will not pay for your own injury or car damage. There is a good reason why a third-party motor insurance is compulsory. For example, Eja Koto, Opinyon Sebo, and Efugbe all drive one kind of vehicle or another. Each has a basic third-party cover. If Eja injures Efo and damages his car in an accident, Eja's insurance company will pay the cost of Efo's injuries and car repairs up to the tune of his third-party property damage limit. If at another unfortunate time, Opinyon Sebo's car hits Eja's car and injures Yasewa, who is on board, Opinyon's insurance company pays the cost for the car repairs up to the agreed limit and the injuries that Eja and Yasewa have suffered. Ultimately, everyone is protected in the face of financial risk in an unfortunate accident. The one responsible is equally protected by his insurance company for the liability that he or she should have borne. This is why this type of policy is sometimes also called a third-party liability insurance. Send us your questions or inquiries. Email us at insurancetoday@myenterprisegroup.io or WhatsApp us at 0548 231149.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 15 minutes after 8. This is the Super Morning Show, and we have some birthday messages. Here's one going out to you. Lulu Pearl Aram, your friendship is a treasure I hold dearly every single day as you step into this new year of life. My wish for you is endless happiness, abundant blessings, and all the success you deserve. Cheers to another fantastic year ahead. Happy birthday to you, Lulu Pearl. Stay blessed. And that's from Gloria Teria. And here's one to Mr. Ebenezer Sasu Bidiako, aka Alaska, Director of Distribution at NS Chemist, wishing him good health with long life. I am also wishing you, Alaska, a happy birthday. Enjoy today. Have lots of fun today, Alaska. Happy birthday to you. From your wife, really, and all your friends, and for myself. And Philomena Nyako to you, Alaska. Enjoy.
Well, let's continue. Oh, you still have birthday shots? Oh, no, let's continue. When we get there, I'll do it. But while you wait, this is a happy, blessed birthday to Yusuf Aitur, who's CEO of I2 Development. Yusuf Aitur, who's CEO of I2 Development. From Nathaniel Ato to you.
Okay, so here I've got a shout to Professor David Ofori Ejay, former director of Noguchi and former rector of the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Professor David Ofori Ejay, happy birthday to you, sir. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Mala 2 from Ernest Chemist for the effective treatment of malaria in both adults and children. When the pain is too much to bear, please grab Rapinol, the pain reliever.
And you know, every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would always want to remember. Mama V, *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. Emphasis on money emergency number. And *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more even without data. So there's no need to panic. When you find yourself in any money emergency, EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
055-111-1997. That's our WhatsApp number. Get in touch. Joy997. Also on X, and then post with the hashtag Joy SMS. Big stories brought to us by Telecel, connecting Energy's latest from your partner for life, and Equity Health Insurance here for you.
Now you're about to have the world at your fingertips, Mama V, because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and need. Quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via Telecel Cash, transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business, and more. Connect with Telecel, enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel, there is no limit, absolutely no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies. Yes. You want me to add it? Will we do it together? Very good morning. Very, very good morning going out there to you, Patricia Obonai. Yeah, say something there. I thought in the interest of women supporting women,
oh, Charlie,
you would have been backing up myself.
Is that where you are now?
Women supporting women.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Listen, if you're dreaming of the perfect sofa to upgrade this year, then your dream sofa is now a reality. At Latest Foam, introducing our sensational V sofa range. That's where comfort meets style at prices that will make your heart skip a beat. So hop into any latest foam showroom nationwide to dive into a world of colors and choices. From the sleek L-shaped V sofa at just 3,100 Ghana cedis to the complete V sofa set for an unbeatable price of 6,500 Ghana cedis. You have the opportunity to elevate your living space with latest foam, your forever partner in comfort and luxury. Harry, your perfect sofa awaits in your favorite color as well. Latest Foam is your partner for life.
And in today's competitive business landscape, a healthy workforce is the foundation of success. That is why we have designed our corporate health plans to empower your employees and enhance the organization's performance. With Equity Health Insurance, you're not just investing in insurance, you are investing in the future of your company. Our plans are tailored to meet the unique needs of your employees, providing comprehensive coverage and incomparable benefits. Our commitment goes beyond paperwork and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we stay with you all the way. Call us on 0501 515124 or 0506 607 910, and let's serve you better. Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
Good morning to Mrs. Emma Ugly. 21 minutes after 8, this is the Super Morning Show on a Monday. We've got some of your messages that we want to share. 055 1111997. That's our WhatsApp number for you to get in touch with us. What do you think about where we are with this whole scholarship conversation? From probing the Secretariat itself and calls for the man in charge to be interdicted. Now we understand the OSP has been investigating since, July last year. But why is it that they have not listed that as part of the matters that they are investigating on their own websites? And who petitioned the OSP? Was it based on somebody's petition? What exactly are they looking into anyway? And where are they with their investigations? 055 1111997. That's our WhatsApp number. Also post on Joy997. That's on X and at the hashtag JoySMS. I've got one from Eddie Queno. Eddie says, if pursuing the legal process to expose the corruption and abuse surrounding the award of scholarships in this country is considered futile, it seems to me the only obvious solution for Ghanaians is to rise up. That's at Eddie Queno contributing to this conversation. What's happening to Kotoko, by the way? What's happening to Asante Kotoko? Why are they losing?
They ended the sports section long
It's
time ago.
almost as if you can bet that the next game they will lose.
They ended the sports section long time ago. You want to do the sports now?
Because I'm the woman in charge. I control your microphones.
This is the beginning.
I don't know why you guys are not talking about Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Despotism. This is the beginning of.
You know what nobody see. What actually saddens me is that while we are having this all-important conversation,
Yes, about
Amavi
allocation of national resources, then you want to water it down. What
This-
is play?
Oh no.
You are not different from those justifying it. In fact, it's a very serious matter.
There was a WhatsApp message. There was a WhatsApp message that came earlier about the two of you.
Mama V, let me
quiet.
also put on record.
Yes.
That later on the show, we are going to be playing you the voice of Haruna Mohammed.
Mhm.
That interview with Samson Ladi Anyanini, the full one. And we want all of you to listen to what we are talking about. How come needy has all of a sudden become a subject of debate when all of us, even in zakat or giving help to the needy, we know who the needy are. So that for me is the most important thing.
Thank you for changing the conversation.
Well,
it does not erase the fact that
No, let me make my
Kotoko
point.
have been so poor
Mama V-
and they keep losing. And
Well,
you guys are not talking about
no,
how to
let's
revive
get-
the club.
We are
But
advising you that you are actually treading on very dangerous ground.
Chris Yeboah.
Who is Chris?
He's a very fine lawyer. He says we should give you guys hugs today and send lots of love to all Kotoko.
Well, we don't need those hacks. But what we actually do need, and
Proper administration.
and as we get serious, Mama V, what we actually do need.
I am serious.
No, let's get serious. Is the fact that in this country, we are locating funds
Yes.
that are being misused.
Yes.
And I am concerned because I don't want my son to ask the kind of leaders we were when he grows up.
That's true.
For me, it's the most important
and sometimes they'll lump them together. The way sometimes we say people of yesteryear did not do this, they did not do that. I'm sure there were people there that drew their attention to the ills of society, but others were busy downplaying that.
You guys,
they were busy engaging in acts
hypocrites.
Here's
because
Seth, we want the best for this country.
_Amposa says rich politicians steal our taxes and take scholarship opportunities meant for the poor as well. As Akim Raj says, I recommend a complete overhaul of these institutions. Get funds, scholarship secretariat, etc. Let their roles be publicly defined, and whatever they do as institutions be publicly scrutinized quarterly. Well, thanks for all the messages. We will share more with you here on the Super Morning Show. We're just beginning with this one.
The guy who did that should be fired. These are evil people. People who do things just to make things difficult for everybody else.
Governments actually do policies, give monies based on these things. So nobody can tell me that in today's Ghana, they cannot make a distinction as to who is poor and who is needy.
If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, you know whether he's needy or he's not needy. There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Telecel is here!
Telecel, connecting energies.
Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor this season. Enjoy big discounts on curtains, bedding, carpets, and all kitchen items in our limited time offer. Shop, and be one of the lucky customers to win a 3-seater Italian Natuzzi sofa. Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor. Terms and conditions apply.
Things are looking up on this side.
When you upgrade to the enhanced GCB mobile app, you start doing more with ease.
Create a GCB instant account easily and conveniently with your GCB mobile app and start sending and receiving funds. All you need is your Ghana card.
Pay your bills, subscriptions, and fees to multiple merchants safe and secure.
Charlie, tap the app, open a GCB instant account, and experience the recoded vibe.
You're able to top up on all types of ECG prepaid meters with their special card readers and keep the power on. No worries, no stress.
With GCB mobile app, you can also generate prepaid and virtual cards to use on ATM machines, POS devices, and for online transactions.
Well, I pay my subscriptions and fees with my GCB mobile app conveniently.
GCB mobile app. Download now from Google Play Store or Apple Store. Upgrade your style. GCB Bank. Your bank for life.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every 40 generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us. Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on on 24-hour after-sale service. Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Waikari Capital. We are a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Our aim is to help our customers thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals while investing their funds in ways that create a positive future for them, their families, and their businesses. In this way, we help them to create the best life. Speak to us today. Call us on 050-157-7546 or 050-157-7547. Visit www.waikaricapital.com. Waikari Capital. Together towards tomorrow.
Hi there. Turn up the volume. Perfect. The International Concrete Conference and Exhibition, ICCX West Africa 2024, is happening on the 16th and 17th of April at the Grand Arena in Accra. Join us for the second edition of ICCX West Africa. Connect with more than 50 national and international companies from the cement, precast and concrete industries. ICCX West Africa 2024 will feature renowned keynote speakers and bespoke companies. Participation for concrete, precast and cement professionals is free. For further information, call Richard on 0263 777 320. To pre-register, visit ICCXWestAfrica.org. Platinum sponsors Gassam Limited and Keda Shawmaker. Gold sponsors Germany Trade and Invest and MC Barshemi Ghana Limited. Technology partner Siemens Ghana Limited. Financial partner Bank of Africa Ghana Limited. ICCX West Africa 2024 is organized by Ad Media GmbH in collaboration with the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana. See you on the 16th and 17th of April at the Grand Arena, Accra, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
Coffee in your cup.
Hospital, the person is not needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, do you know whether he's needy or he's not needy? There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person. needy. How do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital. Is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, do you know whether he's needy or he's not needy? There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person.
The Super Morning Show. Anyway, you know what? We're going to be bringing you the full sound, of the full interview of Haruna Mohammed and Samson. That was actually a discussion on Newsfile. He was talking about what would constitute being needy and all of that. We know there are many of you who are interested. You want to understand. You want to get to learn more about that.
Really?
Yes, they want to understand everything he said. We'll bring everything to you.
Context.
But first, yes, you need the context. So listen to everything. Form your opinion. For me, that's the most important thing. Wow. But I have actually told you, when you, in your private life, are asked who is a needy person, would you know that person or not? We're just done with Salah, a pillar of Islam. And Zakat, almsgiving, is also a pillar of Islam. When they are told the who are needy, do they identify them?
Medical directors are part of it.
Or we will
give Zakat to medical directors.
Or we will start the conversation as to who constitutes needy. Do we actually need to look? Anyway, I'll come back.
I told you, Consolidated has got no pillars, man.
But carrying multiple phones around could be such a chore.
It is actually.
The bulge in your pocket, the extra weight in your purse, the stress of switching from one phone to another to pick calls.
Samuel
Dami has two phones.
Yeah.
Two good
one
phones,
is very
actually.
big, actually.
Yeah, he's got two good phones, actually. Now, imagine being able to switch between different numbers
on
the same phone easily and seamlessly.
Like what I do.
Guess what? You can go SIM-less. Anyone has done that?
Yes, there's no SIM slot in my phone.
Living example. With the MTN eSIM and enjoy the convenience of connecting multiple phone numbers to one single phone or device. To check if your phone is compatible, my brother, simply dial *#06#. Once you receive an EID number, it means your phone or device is compatible. If you don't, you have to upgrade. Simply download my MTN app today to request your MTN eSIM and enjoy the sweet, seamless life everywhere you go.
And are you looking for a freight forwarding company to handle both your inbound and outbound shipment? If yes, well, look no further then. IAS FedEx offers a wide variety of international freight services, which includes air freight, sea freight, be it less container load or full container load, also customs clearance and documentation. Their international operations link more than 200 countries, supported by extensive domestic networks in all key markets, and they offer a range of fast and direct freight services to suit your needs. They also have dedicated staff who have in-depth knowledge in the local customs clearance processes and procedures. IAS FedEx also pre-finances freight pickups up to an agreed threshold for their clients. With terms and conditions. Please contact them now for free consultation on international freight services and customs clearance processes. Call IAS FedEx on 050-160-5000 or 050-163-1000. Remember, with IAS Ghana, your freight is firmly secured.
Now, I know where you can escape to. That's the Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Jirapa, Dubai. And I'm saying this to you because Mama V and I had the privilege, Samuel Dami would attest to it, and many people, of being there. Kojo Yansing too. Yes, I was with Esiedua, and Kojo Yansing was our backing vocalist there. Now, Mama V, I don't know who you went with, but that's for another day.
I went with Max Fuga.
Take your time. I've not asked you to answer. Now, it's Winston I'm speaking to. Winston, you have seen the rest, I know. Now is the time to actually go to the best. Take a break from work, and it's important. take a break.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I need that actually.
Yes, and take a break from work, not only from work, but from the south of this country where all the pressures are. Every corner of the southern part of Ghana,
where
pressure.
we can't define who a needy person
That's
is.
true. That's true. You need to take a break from all of this and actually go to the Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Japa, Dubai. Is the place to relax, rewind, and re-energize. It is away from your stress of the south. Now, this is what awaits you: an unforgettable safari experience. There's one that I'm told Mamavi is very, very close to. That's a monkey bee. The monkey who has a wife but is chasing other women. Very terrible monkey. But you need to experience that one too anyway. An amazing array of wildlife, including lions, hippopotamus, and zebras, ostriches, among others, using their spacious and well-secured game tour vehicles, the squad bikes, right? Marvin, did you try that?
Oh yeah, I
You
did. I did everything, some man.
I see.
Yeah.
There's also water.
Everything.
Oh, don't do your thing.
See, I knew she was going to have bad minds.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. You know, when the evil is already in your mind.
Oh.
Now,
I'm just saying that when you go there, just take part in everything that's available.
okay,
Yeah.
now this is perhaps the only place I've been to where you get an extra tour of the entire region, the most important places in the region. Yes, I even went as far as the crossing point where they cross to Burkina Faso.
And I did cross, so I entered Burkina.
We also did. Now this one that you are adding, okay, now let me tell you the other things that you have to experience there. Water sports such as jet skiing, boat or canoe rides. There's also they have their own water body there. Various family games to keep you and your families excited every single day. This is a great tourist place, and they also give you tourist attractions in the Upper West region, including the Mushroom Rock, the Slave Caves, and a lot more. Escape from the south, my brother. Escape Tom, and escape to the north. Escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Japa, Dubai, for an unforgettable safari experience. Please call them now, 050-169-4280 or 0248-844-463 for reservations and further enquiries. I'm handing this to you, Weston, because those numbers you should be calling immediately. You will need it now more than ever.
Just as you went,
Yes.
so shall I go.
Okay,
Amen.
if you insist.
The same way.
Anyway.
Well, so folks, we've been talking about scholarships, and we've been, referencing the discussion on Newsfile. We've been telling you about the point made by the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed. It's time for you to listen to the whole discussion, everything that he said, and then we'll come back and have a discussion. But it's also live on Facebook, it's live on our YouTube, because you can actually watch the video on Facebook and on YouTube. Joy 99.7 FM. Listen to Haruna Mohammed.
Give us your brief sense of what these issues, of these issues, and then I'll get Kofi and Kojo about 2 minutes each to tell us whether we should leave this to the special prosecutor or we should go beyond special prosecutor, because the minority in parliament have petitioned the special prosecutor to investigate the matter as brought up by the Fourth Estate. Yes, Haruna.
Thank you very much, Samson. I would say good morning to my colleagues in the studio and your cherished viewership and listeners. Having listened to all the contributions on this particular matter, I want to make some particular categorical statements with regards to what I've listened from you in terms of the 26 members that has been analyzed per what the Fourth Estate has said, that they are relatives of politicians. 17 are multiple persons who have taken scholarships. And with regards to what the Vice President made somewhere in April 2020, he talked about the decentralization. There was a question of it not being decentralized because foreign applications are made in Accra. I want to make it very clear. Foreign applications, if they are not decentralized, does not necessarily mean that they are made in Accra. Once it's online, I can make that from Zibila or from Zabuzugu or Tatale or anywhere, but the accessibility of that will be done in Accra as the evaluation processes goes through. I also disagree with the fact that relatives of politicians. Samson, you agree that every politician is a citizen of Ghana. Their relatives are citizens of Ghana. Their ability to access scholarship does not invalidate the issue of giving them scholarships to go. And also when you look at the criteria set for the scholarship secretariat, it is true, all of us will agree that there is no regulation in terms of law that governs as to who becomes a needy person. If you create an example to say somebody owns a hospital, the person is not needy, how do you define needy? There is no any constitutional rule to say that this person is needy.
The MD of a private hospital, is that what you're saying? A former board member of the National Health Insurance Authority?
Yes.
There's no way to tell if the person is needy or not.
There is no rule. There is no any adequate evaluation.
You want to get serious? You want to get serious? He's operating a hospital in Airport Residential?
Yeah, if he's operating a hospital, at the time he's applying, do you know whether he's needy or he's not needy? There is no any adequate qualification as to who is needy, Samson. We all agree with that fact. This is not a debatable matter. There is no adequate evaluation of a needy person because you might not know the state at which that application for chief secretariat.
Okay.
And that is what.
So you obviously are one of those who support Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh when he says that if the opportunity presents itself again, he would take that scholarship one more time. You support that?
Samson, for example, in 2019, I was in Ken University to do MSc project management. I applied for scholarship secretariat. I did not get. I was a deputy national communications director at that time. If it is so that politicians and high-class persons were people who were getting access to this scholarship, I should have gotten it.
The evidence we have been shown is evidence of the influential, the affluent, and politically connected who have gotten it.
But
the fact that you did not get does not negate that, correct?
But Samson, it is also a fact that whether you are a political class or you are a politician or you are a relative of a politician, you are also entitled to scholarship.
Are you concerned? Let's move it this way. Are you concerned that the aide or the ones said to be affiliated to the vice president's office or so was giving a scholarship of 57,000 pounds in Ghana cedi terms today? That's almost 1 million Ghana cedis. Didn't attend, and we should not be talking about how to recover that money? You are not concerned?
Samson, I am very much concerned if there is any illegality in that process. And that is why I've always applauded Manasseh in terms of his investigative pieces. If there is any shred of criminality involved in these matters, why not? We have to investigate.
Okay, here are the facts. There's no criminality. The person was awarded the scholarship. There is the evidence submitted to the Fourth Estate shows that he has been paid, that money has been paid. The person has been interviewed. He says, I did not go to the school. What do you think should be done?
The laws has to take its course.
Which of the laws? What do you think should be done?
If the person has not gone for the school and then the person took fees for a school that he has not attended, invariably the person has to refund that. And that is what we have to do. Because I am not here to defend any person's wrongdoing, but I'm here to ensure that I make the points as it is. That will be a very good representative of government. My job is to make government, the name of government image very good to the public. So if you conduct yourself in a manner that is not appropriate, then you must face the full rigors of the law, because you can't take fees that you are entitled to, but you have not used it for that particular purpose.
It's also okay. It's also okay for you. It doesn't offend your sensibilities that the daughter of your former chairman, board chairman of GMPC, who has gone through parliament, has become deputy speaker, whose wife is a diplomat, you know, the daughter got the scholarship whilst called to the bar in Ghana, got the scholarship to be called to the bar elsewhere in the UK, and then they are back in the country, and you are fighting Galamsey, and they are in their private law firms, and they are defending the Galamsey people. You are not concerned about that? A man who could afford to buy buses for each of your constituencies?
Samson, if you look at the role of the Scholarship Secretariat, one of its major work is that it has to fulfill the SDG Goal 4, and that has to look at what we call quality education. If you look at critically from the website of the Scholarship Secretariat, one of it is provision of quality education, human capital development, productivity and labor relations, and also providing manpower needs for the country. If such a person is eligible to be given an assistance to be able to support human capital development and also to contribute productivity and also providing manpower needs to the country, why not? That is done. And for your profession as a legal person, because you are lawyers, when you are defending somebody, does not impugn criminality because you are only doing your job. So if such a person decides that I'm picking up this case, or the law firm of that particular individual is picking up this case and the person is assigned to go and defend.
It's private practice. It's not practice for the state. You remember that?
It's within the remit of the person is defending what the law firm is doing, and practically the law firm.
You seriously want Ghanaians to take you serious that this is what you represent for this country as the NPP, that this is what you would defend?
No, I am not a lawyer. I am just saying that if your law firm is having a case to defend and you are part of that particular law firm and you are asked to go and defend such a case, Samson, is it going to be a bad attitude to you because you have been given scholarship?
There were people who received multiple, double scholarships. These are not evidence that they generated by themselves. It's the Scholarship Secretariat's own documents they handed to them after they were forced by the RTI Commission. Double scholarships. Somebody has scholarship the same year, doing this, doing that. And there are people who have applied in Ghana, they are looking for just 4,000 to help them. They can't get it. Some are getting 40 or whatever it is. You are okay with this?
No, I'm not okay with double scholarships. It's the same way I am not okay with double salaries that happen in Parliament. So these matters has to be properly investigated and then dealt with. And that is why I say that I always commend Manasseh Azuri on some of these particular investigative pieces.
Okay, thank you. Give us your brief sense.
All we want is the ability to have education, tertiary education. You've heard the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, talking about what constitutes needy. And this is a message, Raymond. We'll get your thoughts about this. Just listen to this. Someone says, Masa, you people, when it comes to local scholarship, yes, we can determine who is needy. As for foreign scholarship, it's relative. Who says the fact that you're a government appointee means you can afford to send your child to Harvard or any other foreign school on your paycheck? Or is it your case that only non-government appointees' children should be supported by the state to attain foreign education and not appointees, even if they cannot afford? I beg to differ. When we return, Raymond, we'll have a take on this. But first, some few messages from our partners.
Happy Monday and welcome to Vital Signs by Sonotech Medical Center. I'm Dr. Grace Bachman. Children with autism spectrum disorders have been our focus this month. Today, let's look at how it's diagnosed. Autism spectrum disorder is diagnosed by observation, developmental screening, and comprehensive evaluation. Healthcare professionals observe the child's behavior and development. They look for signs like lack of eye contact, delayed speech, repetitive behaviors, and difficulty in social interactions. Developmental screening involves standardized questionnaires or checklists filled out by parents and caregivers. Comprehensive evaluation is done by a team of specialists, including pediatricians and psychologists. Final diagnosis is made based on criteria outlined in DSM-5. This criteria helps to distinguish autism from other developmental disorders. And reach us on 0242 439 467.
Looking for a home in a safe, secure, and luxurious environment? Alphabet City has just what you need. Join our gated community in the lively precincts of Sakumono for a carefully crafted home that provides you with peace of mind and a safe space for your children. Alphabet City boasts of leisure and recreational facilities to ensure your mental and physical well-being. A good road network, 24-hour surveillance systems and security, water and electricity, serving as a safe haven. Let's meet your needs. Book a tour today. Find out more on www.wayley.org or call 0240 111 119 or 0504-499-999 to make the right investment in a home. Alphabet City, the ABC of Home Sweet Home.
There is time for everything, including exclusive breastfeeding by mothers, which starts within the first 30 minutes baby is born till the time the child is 6 months old. Grandma,
Grandpa,
husbands.
Let's all come on board Good Life and insist that our child takes only breast milk for the first 6 months. No food, no water, no gripe water.
Breast milk has all the nutrients the child needs to grow strong and healthy. So I ask, how is your good life?
Remember that exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months is best for baby, and good growth starts with right nutrition at birth. Good Life, live it well. It's an everyday thing. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks,
the
bro.
malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and Lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Are you a corporate organization, e-commerce business, individual or student looking for a trusted courier company where you can track your package and receive SMS alerts to keep you posted? At IAS FedEx, we move your documents and parcels with care to the destination of your choice. With offices across the nation, we happily deliver your package to your office or the comfort of your home. With the assurance of safety and affordability giving you peace of mind, IAS FedEx has your package in good hands. Call us on +233 501 605,000 or +233 501 631,000. IAS, licensee of FedEx.
Think about it. You can either go out to watch one game at your local and pay for the bumpy, stuffy ride there. Then the food. Then the drinks with a 12,000% markup. And a new team jersey cause some drunk spilled red wine all over you. Or you can pay once right on your phone and watch 42 live Premier League games over a whole month. For unbeatable value for money entertainment, there's only one way to go. GoTV. Love it.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And so in the interview, for instance, you hear Samson say that, Fauzi Ramadan received some 57,000, but it's actually 17,000 pounds in there. He made that correction, but we don't get that in the interview. I mean, I was listening to him on Newsfile. He made that correction. It's actually, it's rather Julius Otri, who's the constituency secretary of the NPP in Abuakwa South, who got the $57,000, just by way of, a clarification. Raymond, so there you have it again. We're back to it. It's the same thing.
Let me take this from the top. And because we mentioned Harvard, many people who really are into philosophy respect a man, Michael Sandel, right? He wrote a book. The book is titled The Meritocratic Hubris. His conclusion is that the conviction by those who land on top that their success is their own doing, that they have risen through a fair competition, that they themselves deserve the material benefits that the market showers upon their talents, is problematic. He says the meritocratic hubris is the tendency of the successful to inhale too deeply of their success, to forget the luck and good fortune that has helped them on their way. It goes along with the tendency to look down on those less fortunate and less credentialed than themselves. That gives rise to the sense of humiliation and resentment of those who are left out. What Sandel sought to portray, and it's true, Winston, we have created a society where some people, by the families they are born into, and the arrangements of nature, because they are less fortunate, will become less fortunate for the rest of their lives. We know that. They may, if you are given the same opportunities like other people, have risen through the ranks and become big people. So he's saying when people create the impression that they did it by themselves, when it was because they went to good schools, they got opportunities that others were denied. His entire argument rests on one thing, that a fair society is also a just society. A society where you and I can compete, but regardless of your fortunate background, our assessment of who is qualified to take scholarships or any privileged status of state is determined by that. That is the foundation of this conversation. And I get worried when people who are connected with state do not get this point. Because their entire role in government, this entire conception of state that we have built together, is because we agree that we are pulling resources to do the things that are of importance to us, to build a better and a prosperous society for all of us. Anytime a group feels that they are being left out, or others are treating them unfairly, or they cannot, on the strength of their argument, on the merit of their competencies, get something because a grouping has hijacked it, is dangerous for state building. And that's the same point that Sandel makes. Why is this important in this conversation? We have made it look like when NPP is in office, when NDC is in office, they can now determine that people, by their connections and state and reliance, are the ones who deserve national largesse. We agree when they share positions among themselves. We also agree when they remove other people and bring in family and friends, and that conversation, we have even downplayed it in this republic. But to the young person who's left school, hoping that he got first class like any other person and deserves a chance to actually contribute to state properly. If he's denied an opportunity and he feels that Aaron got it just because Aaron is connected, Aaron by privilege of society, Aaron, even though Aaron is not as good as himself, actually got it. What you are building in the next generation, in the people, is so much disbelief in state Ghana that you don't know how it takes it. That is why people do not think that without connections they can survive in this state. That's why when they get any opportunity and others offer them scholarship, they run and take it. They are not running and take it because they want to come back and build your state. So that's the foundation that we should all get. We joke around this. I mean, yeah, rich people are getting and all of that. Is that foundation that if we do not get, we are offending the very state that we are built as a people. And merely because today is MPP, tomorrow is NDC, does not make it right. When you elevate it beyond that level, I do not have a problem with we saying that there's a wonderful medical doctor at the Cardiothoracic Center at Korle Bu. There is an extraordinary development in that field that we need to actually put money into his training to go and get that development so that I can come back and help us build this proper state. We can point out in so many sectors of this country how individuals we have sent out there have come back to help build institutions, help build factories, help build some of the best things that we have in this country. So there's nothing wrong with that. And that's not even the premise for this argument. The premise is that we all know deep within our hearts that's not the criteria they are using. That it cannot be possible for you, a country that is struggling to raise small resources, will use the entire amount of money you can use to educate the 160 medical students to pay for somebody's purported public administration or public whatever
administration
course at the Harvard University.
Yeah.
In any case, Winston, somebody should be telling us in our strategic vision and development as a country, public administration is important today or tomorrow. We know that we've been doing public administration in this country for God knows how long. It is not a medical doctor going to Harvard to go and study public administration that will turn around the fortunes of this state. But we know if we have one more urologist, if we have one more cardiothoracic surgeon, it will do a lot of help to the parts of this country that some of them have to travel. There was a time that 4 urologists, they were from Kumasi, they were traveling up there. Why did they have to travel up there? Because the only experts we had at the time, and that in that part of the country, there were no individuals who could do the job. So they had to go and perform surgeries there. They all died. We all mourned. Why did we do so? Because we are not trained enough. So a state that is developing like our own, that is not into fanciful thinking, cannot be wasting resources like this. This is the bedrock of the conversation. It is only those who are power drunk that will not get this point.
You know, Raymond, you make a very important point, and I don't have his permission to mention his name. But this man actually, having left medical school, was specializing. And decided to specialize. As part of his specialization, wanted to engage in the sub-specialization of medical toxicology.
Yeah.
I mean, you would know that better. Now, he was supposed to go to New York University to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't get scholarship. It had to actually take his benefactors to buy his air ticket for him to go to the New York University. He had actually planned with Korle Bu Teaching Hospital that if I return, I'd come and set up a department there so that in future I would be able to do what? Even train others. He goes to study with his own funds. He comes back. Korle Bu, as we speak, they've not set up that department.
Can you believe that?
So this person has to go and train with his funds. And he didn't stay there. He came back into this country. Even those that we trained with state funds are leaving. But he goes to train with his own funds and come. We didn't give him scholarship. And someone just sent me a message and said, one of his in-laws actually applied for medical school in Ghana, didn't get. We have given that person scholarship to go and study medicine outside the country.
You know what that essentially means? Essentially means the guy did not really qualify by the grades that was supposed to get him into medical school.
Exactly.
Because and there are people qualified. We sit on this platform. We pay school fees for people who say, Charlie, we need all to add some money to it before they can get them to those schools.
So so this is the point. We live in a country that a medical doctor says, I need to go and study public administration. And the state of Ghana. So when I hear people say, oh, foreign needy is relative. Look, if you want to go and study, if we need expertise in a field, and we're taking people to go and get that expertise, it's different.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to sit here and say that if we need neurosurgeons or we need nuclear scientists and we have to send them to, or there's a new technology elsewhere in AI or something, that we have to send people to go and study and come and help this country. I mean, I'm against that. You had the government appointee send us a message to say that. And all of us went to school with Chinese. I mean, even when I was studying journalism, in our class, there were 31 Chinese.
That's true.
31 Chinese. There were people who, and I'll give you an example, there were people who actually, at the time that China was trying to develop football, there was somebody who was actually studying on how China can develop its football. Because in Cardiff at the time, you were given a chance to actually write features on different areas. All he sought to do was to think about how they could develop football in China. He's been brought into the UK. He studies and goes back to China to go and help. Then they ship the next batch of people into other parts of the world to learn. That is different. Here, we are sending people to go and study in fields that we have in this country that is not a critical area where we lack expertise. Why? Public administration. Public administration. Go to the University of Ghana.
Yeah.
Public administration. If I go to the University of Ghana right now, I mean, we've had people, who have gone to, other parts of the world to have studied public administration. They've come back to this country and they're training public administrators in this country.
Yes.
So do we have to pay $57,000 when we could have trained same in this country? The worst part is when you, for instance, you would have an aide to the second lady, be paid money to go and study, and doesn't do the course. That person must refund the money to the states. That is non-negotiable. Okay? Nobody can convince me. If you took money, just as when we bond people, they go and they don't come back, they pay. If you took money from the state that you are going to study, and you did not go to study, there's no difference between you and someone who's stolen from the state. So in that case, you refund the money. Okay, because if the university says the fees paid are non-refundable, you, since you did not embark on the program, please refund the money to the state. It is that simple. But having said that also, I am actually worried. I mean, Samson says I have his permission to say this, so I'll say it. And he's just told me that somebody has actually contacted them to say, my name is there, but I didn't receive any money. This is not the one that Domelevo published, though. This one.
The more recent one.
The more recent one. The person says, my name is there, but I didn't receive any money. Yes, I applied, but I wasn't given. And yet, he is also labeled as having benefited from this. We need a whole thorough investigation into this scholarship thing. And let me say, Raymond, no one can convince me that what we are doing to this country is right. No one can convince me.
IMF country.
Look, if we want to sponsor people to study in Ghana, if we want to sponsor people with our funds to go abroad to acquire skills non-existent in Ghana, I have no problem. But like you say, that conscience, I mean, how would you even feel if you, a minister, your son or daughter is the one who gets the scholarship where the other person doesn't get? If I am that minister, I would actually get my son or daughter to study hard and apply for other scholarships. I would not make you a beneficiary.
Ones, yeah.
I would not make you a beneficiary of a state-funded scholarship because I cannot convince myself and the next generation and the whole country that you did not get that through cronyism and nepotism.
There's something that Babin said in Legon Hall some time ago. Do you know? He said, oh, yes, I slept in Legon Hall. But because I've been an MP and I've been a minister, I thought it was unfair to come and also put my daughter in Legon Hall. So when they gave her the room, I actually asked her to go to where I have to pay full funds for it, like the other hostels. so that Legon Hall that's heavily subsidized, those who cannot pay can actually take those rooms. I just hope that all public servants would have similar thoughts about how we do with elements of the state, so that people do not think that you got in because you wanted to make you and yours prosper. And it's just for your personal parochial interest. That is why you are doing the kind of politics that you're doing. It's just a sign of greed. And some of these people, they are religious people too. Yes, it's just a sign of greed. No matter how rich you think you are, if you are still in that competition with the extreme poor for what is supposed to be their reserve, so that they can also be recognized as part of the state, you are just greedy, and that's the bottom line. But even so, Raistin, assuming we are still having this conversation, if we are having a conversation about, oh well, we should be fair to other people who might not be brilliant in terms of academics, but have some other things to contribute. So we say, for example, at TVET, there's some new developments in TVET that we need some people to learn from other countries and bring it down here. So if you are developing a strata, different levels of manpower are built properly. I will never say, because that person might not be as brilliant as others, you should not take the person. But if the criteria is just because you know somebody, just because you contested, or just because you are close to power, that should be offensive to all of us. Because then you have not acted for our collective interest. You have acted to promote your own and for your own personal benefit. And that is the entire thing that we oppose as a people.
Raymond, it's time to hear from our listeners. The phone lines have been activated. 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. And then 055 1111 997. You can give us a call and tell us what your thoughts are. Do you agree that we send people outside this country to study for courses that are right here in Ghana? Or do you say that, oh, these persons, being needy is relative, and that when it comes to foreign education, many people could be needy, and so much ado about nothing? I want to hear from you. Give us a call on 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111 997. Benjamin is in Adenta. Benjamin, good morning.
Yeah, Winston, how are you?
We're doing well. How about you?
Yeah, good. In regards to Raymond as well.
Sure.
You know, you've been on this for some time, and that's very good, so that we can get to the bottom of some of these things. But as always, things start from somewhere. These things have been happening time immemorial. And myself, I've applied for these scholarships. I would never get it. You will never get acknowledgement. You know, you don't even understand. But you go to school, your colleagues would have it, and they will tell you how they got it. And they will tell you because they know this minister, because they knew that MP, because they knew this person. Because nobody gets it on a silver platter. And that shouldn't be the case. You know, there's one other one that, you know, you guys I'm talking about. GNPC scholarship. There's a lot of rot. I mean, I think you should also focus on that. There's a lot of rot. If Fourth Estate can equally apply for us to get the names of those people who get GNPC scholarships, I mean, that will also be good. There's so much rot. And I'm saying, look at conflict of interest situations. Jake Obichebelamte bought his own bungalow. Okudzeto Blackwell & Co. took him to court. The judges said that it was not conflict of interest. Can you imagine? So today, people don't even understand conflict of interest. And I blame the judiciary. There are so many government officials buying their own bungalows, and you tell me it is not conflict of interest. So they come into office, and what do? They award themselves scholarships. They build affordable housing. Kufuor did one in Cantonment or thereabouts, or Wiley, wherever. And tell you what, those who bought those buildings, I can tell you, they were government officials under Kufuor. Today, Saglime. Do you know why they are not finishing it? Because NDC officials bought everything. Those buildings are supposed to be affordable buildings for the poor, but the politicians will take them.
Well, Benjamin, Saglemi has not been distributed. So, just by way of information, thank you very much, Benjamin. We cannot say it's been bought by these officials because, that building, 1,600 of it was completed, but it was not distributed. So, if the state was going to go into it, the state was going to take control of all of it and give it out. Jones Adobwe is at La. Jones, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Joy.
Good morning, Jones.
Hello?
Yes, Jones, we can hear you. Please go ahead and share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, this is Jones Adobwe from La.
Sure.
I am totally scandalized by this scholarship issue. I would also blame the media for sometimes you pick up the issue and you leave it hanging. You don't really go down to scrutinize and check on how far the issue has gone. This scholarship thing has been, they have messed up everything, and they are using it as a conduit to shortchange Ghanaians. Please, this time around, let's get somebody resign or somebody face the full rigors of the law. So it will serve as a deterrent to others. Look at the finance minister recently telling Ghanaians, have the testicular fortitude, telling Ghanaians to have patience with them. Meanwhile, the government side is still the same. Government is doing what they are still doing. They are not changing. They have not cut down anything. But they are asking the Ghanaians who are suffering to have patience. Patience for what? Look at all that is going on. There is a cocoa farmer. My grandfather, the late Togbi Afede from Vedemi, was a cocoa farmer. Tried to look for a scholarship for us. He did everything to look for, so he couldn't get it. But you see, the minister under air condition, who doesn't even know how the cocoa farmer managed to get his cocoa beans to the city, is having a scholarship for his own children and for other people's children. Why is the cocoa farmer somewhere is suffering? These are some of the things that make us, that's why I said democracy, we have a problem with democracy in this country. Democracy is not good for us. We need to maybe go with democracy with other governance systems, because democracy is not good for us. Because we can't wait for all these things to be happening, then the government would turn up and come and tell us that we should have patience. Look at all these things happening. And the media, please, as you pick it up, please don't leave it until something else happens, because it's too much. It's too much. This government of every day, and as if the media, they get the media to speak for them, because sometimes they do that thing and they come and justify it. They come and even this one, they come and justify it and talking about the previous government. What has the previous government got to do with this? Even if the previous government has done it, let's talk about it now.
Thank you very much, Jones Adobwe, and that's why we're having this conversation. We're with you on this, and we agree with you. We'll continue talking about it until the changes we all desire are made. Kumson is in Tema. Good morning, Kumson. Oh, I think we've lost Kumson. Kindly try and get in touch with us again. Let's speak to Alberta now at Ningo. Alberta, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Please, how are you?
We're fine, Alberta. We believe you're fine also.
Doing well by God's grace.
Great, Alberta.
I'm really sad. I'm really sad. Since last week that you break out, you brought out the information. What our leaders are doing to us is very, very bad. They are saying the scholarships, they are for brilliant and the needy students. If you are well-to-do and you can pay for your fees abroad, you should do that. There are people in our country, they are very young, they are very intelligent, and their parents don't have anything at all to even see them through even our secondary cycle education that we are saying it's free. We live in a country where the secondary school level being the bridge that our children need to cross so that in the near future they will become responsible leaders, they will acquire knowledge and skill, and then at the end of the day they will bring it back into the society to develop the country. Our children will go to school for 1 month, 2 weeks, and come and stay home for 4 months because of lack of facilities. And we are using the money for things that are not important, things that will not bring any growth. Things that will not bring any development. What our leaders are doing, they should be very careful, because it will get to a time when we are so, when we are disturbed, when we don't know what to do. The only thing we will do is to go on our knees, and those who are robbing us from the things that we are supposed to get, we will pray, and then God will speak, and God will speak negatively. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alberta. Let's go to Agbogba. Dominic Techi, good morning.
Good morning. I think that, you see, every about 2 years, you make this conversation, you know. The reason why, I think that the reason why you keep making it, hello?
Yes, we're listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why you keep making it is that you don't understand education. You see, if all you are saying would be true, 100% true, if it was a scholarship for, let's say, children, let's say, at the lower level of education, BC, and it's being given to the poor, the rich, that would be 100% correct. Because at that point, education is not about solving world problems. At that point, education is simply just to pass on to the next level, and it gets to a point where it trains you for a specific career. Any education at the higher level, especially after university, the education is meant to solve problems. Okay? It is meant to solve problems. Now, Ghanaians have a certain mentality about higher education. That's master's, PhD, and all that. That once you go and get it, you just go and get it, then you come and occupy a position and then increase your financial status or get more money. That is not what it is meant to do. So, you see, when you say that a school like, maybe a course is being done at a university, I won't mention any university's name, it's the same as the same course being done at Harvard. That is not correct. It is not correct because the lecturers teaching that thing at Harvard, some of them have probably won Nobel Prizes, written research papers that have won Nobel Prize. What research is going on at a university in this country that has won a Nobel Prize before?
Dominic, can I help your point? Dominic, can I help your point? Are you suggesting that in this country, Ghana, we don't also read these researches that these Nobel laureates write?
They do not. If their research was groundbreaking enough or impactful enough, they would have won a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, but
Nobody has won a Nobel Prize in this country before.
These researchers are online. You have access to them, Dominic. You have access to these researchers. Anybody who wants to read this can read them. You don't have to go to Harvard to have access to this research, do you?
At the higher level, you need to learn from the... Let me give you an example. Let's say international relations is being done locally. Okay, you are doing international relations at a local university. Somebody else is doing it at University of, let's say, Columbia. That person's lecturer is Jeffrey Sachs. Jeffrey Sachs' whole research, his whole life, he has been researching on, let's say, Russia-Ukraine war or what Iran did yesterday. Maybe that's what he has been researching on. If you go and learn under that lecturer, okay,
but I have access to what Jeffrey Sachs has written, and I can definitely learn from that research. Dominic, the point I'm trying to make is that research, irrespective of where it's conducted and who conducted it, is open for all of us to read and understand. Why must who conducted the research be necessarily the person who must teach me?
But you get more benefit. Let me show you. You get more benefit by studying under the person who did that research.
Anyway, Dominic, let's move to Kaswa and speak to Ahmed. Ahmed, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Ahmed.
Yeah, before I go to my main issue, I would like to state categorically that the media has no hands, it has no fault as far as these kind of scandals are concerned. Yes, when they find them out, they bring them to the public domain. But the way and manner the scandals come in chains, I mean, you cannot blame the media for not chasing all these scandals to the end of the issues. So please, my colleague caller who said the media just go in and then after some time they leave it out. The scandals are just in chains. So that is my first point. Secondly, it's very, very unfortunate that up to today, 2024, the country Ghana is unable to determine which causes must be studied outside of Ghana. I'm afraid I don't know which aspect of study cannot be found in any of our tertiary institutions in Ghana here. I am not too sure. But as far as medicine is concerned, I know there are some areas that are few that will need our people to go out there, learn, and then come back and serve us. But apart from that, are you talking of masters in what? Tell me. There is no subject area that is not being studied in Ghana here. And up to today, 2024, Ghana is unable to determine that these areas, we will not as a government sponsor anybody to go and study it outside. We may sponsor you to study it in Ghana. That is the crux of the matter. Good morning.
Good morning, Ahmed. Let's go to Jopong. Abu Mohammed, good morning.
Hello, good morning, listen.
Yes, Abu.
You see, because of NDC and NPP, everybody is senseless. You only have to be sensible when you are part of these people. You see, in a country where even dialysis machine, people are dying, then you waste this money. Samson, in his interview Saturday, he was saying that there were people whose name were mentioned that they also have benefited from the scholarship. The people came out that no, and up to now, nothing has been done. They say they will get back to them. The guy who want to, you see, the problems are in chains. Very soon, they will bring something that will make you forget about this one. So you cannot blame the media outright. But sometimes, God help us.
Thank you very much, Abu Mohammed. Let's get to Tema now. Claude, good morning.
Winston, good morning. How are you doing?
Claude, we're all right. Kindly reduce the volume on your radio set so we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yes, Winston.
Claude, kindly reduce it further.
Yes, I've moved away from.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I think there has to be a freeze on the scholarships for now. Because, one, you have to ask yourself, those who have been awarded these scholarships, if they've completed and have come back, what impact has it had on maybe the institution that they serve? Especially those who are in ministerial positions. And you look at the way the economy is. If somebody has even gone to Harvard to study, finance something, and we are still having these challenges, we even have to get somebody from IMF to come and sit in the Ministry of Finance. Then you ask yourself, why should we waste money sending people out to those places? I think we have to put a freeze on these scholarships for now. Do an assessment of what courses can be developed in our universities so that these monies are channeled into opening new faculties faculties in our universities. If we don't do that, the politics is becoming too much. It's so frustrating, so frustrating.
Thank you very much, Claude. From Tema, we go back to Kaswa. Patrick, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Patrick.
Yeah, so Winston, thank you very much. But I thought when you told us that you were going to play the full tape, you also play Kofi Bentel's comment on our gentleman's submission. Is it Haruna Mohammed?
Yes, Haruna Mohammed.
Good. Yeah, so I was looking forward to that. But let me also say that it's unfortunate that just because somebody has been appointed by the party or government and the person is speaking for the government, all of a sudden it makes it the person tends to lose his sense of judgment or something like that. If you listen to the guy, he's saying that his business or his job is to make the government look good, the image of the government look good in the eyes of the public. Can you imagine? And for that matter, all of a sudden he cannot distinguish between the poor and the needy. That's unfortunate. But listen, let me tell you this. You see, when we were in school, I did French. Towards the end of our program, we had the opportunity to be sponsored by the government to go and study to perfect, we call it proficiency. for 1 year. And while there, we're being paid by the government, allowances and so on and so forth. Now, in the course of our discussion, a lot of students said, oh, when we come, they will not pay us well. So me, when I come, I'll get an international company and join and stuff like that. Which I think they were right. Because anyone who came here, recently you heard the president saying that if you are a teacher, and of course all of us were prospective teachers, if you're going to be a teacher, then you shouldn't expect to be a millionaire. You better find yourself a better job to do. This is the president speaking, discouraging teachers, and so unfortunately. And you see, we were giving that scholarship to go and learn so that we'll come and teach our younger ones. Up to now, I'm teaching many of us, about 70 to 80% of us who were sponsored by the government to go and learn that. I'm no more teaching. You understand? But some of us are so committed. And we are killing ourselves for the government. Many of those who happen to get a scholarship go and learn, and they can do their own thing. They will not do anything that will benefit anybody.
Okay.
And so, why are we killing ourselves? Just recently, I got the opportunity I got admission at what's the name? GIMPA, to continue my PhD over there. And the cost was so high, so somebody advised that I apply for scholarship. Another person told me that I shouldn't even bother myself at all because I don't know anybody in government. Is that how our country should run? Is that how we should run our country? And so, listen, there are so many issues that must be tried out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patrick. Nee's in Dawenya. Nee, good morning. Oh, I think we've lost Nee in Dawenya. Nee, kindly try and get in touch with us again. You can also join us on 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. And then 055 1111997. 055 1111997. So let's go to Tamale now, where Isa is. Isa, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Isa.
Well, I think the problem we are all complaining about emanate from we the people. We those who vote these politicians. It's about time, and the media begin to sensitize we the voters for us to begin electing people with conscience into office, even if we realize that we voted people who don't have conscience, and along the line we realize that there should be a way to be able to get them out of office, and also the parliamentarians we should have been able to put pressure on the parliamentarians, maybe to start a process of getting the government out of power. This is too much. We can't bear it anymore. It is too much. What sort of life is this?
Thank you very much, Isa. Let's go to our last caller. Dominic is. Dominic, good morning.
Yeah, Winston. You didn't let me finish making my point.
I was actually asking you a question, and you're not answering my question. So I asked you, for instance, and I want to ask you again, since you talk about groundbreaking research, those who have gone and studied abroad, share with me, for instance, 3 groundbreaking researchers or work from those that you say deserve to have gone to study in a foreign university, or probably study under these people that you say are Nobel laureates.
Yes. You remember that, what's the name? I don't even remember the name. But there was this man that was into fiber optics. You think the fiber optics he did it at KNUST? He did not do the research at KNUST. Okay, the research he did into glass. He did not do it at KNUST because KNUST cannot fund that research. Okay, the reason why fees at KNUST for a doctor is cheaper than a fee at outside is because they are doing better research. So they are charging the real cost of education. That is what you guys don't understand.
Well, what you don't also seem to understand, Dominic, is that that person that you talk about left Ghana to go and study abroad. Yes. But if you talk about patents, let me mention, Group Captain Jackson, you know him?
I don't know him.
Okay, so he's a Ghanaian. He was a Ghanaian in the Air Force who has patents to his name. Okay, you're talking about groundbreaking researches. I say just give us 3 because you say we don't know the things we're talking about when it comes to persons who are doing wonderful things in the world. We also want to learn from you, Dominic.
Can you let me land?
No, I'm asking because we want to learn from you.
And that's why I talked about the fiber optic.
And I'm saying go ahead with the second and third.
Fiber optic. That is
second and third.
Research. Okay. And that
no, we didn't
research.
Dominic, we didn't give that. Dominic, we didn't give Thomas Mensah scholarship to go and study. Okay. Yes. I said those we gave scholarships to. Yeah. Give me 3 of them who have come up with groundbreaking research. You're not telling me, and you say I'm denying you. Go ahead and tell me.
Is that I should tell you about what?
The 3 persons we have given scholarships to go and study abroad, the groundbreaking things they've done.
Francis, let me tell you something. If you have an education fund for research, okay, let's say there are 10,000 doctors in Ghana, and you give them $100 million as a fund for research. So how many will take it? Okay, not all the research will be successful. That is the truth.
Dominic.
It is not always. Mm-hmm. It is not always.
Dominic, see, all of us as researchers, and hold on, this is the final point I make. All of us as researchers, any point we'll make a point grounded in fact. Mm-hmm. So you just don't say this person. You said that because he did a groundbreaking research. Yeah. Groundbreaking researches are available to everybody to read. Mm-hmm. Now, because you say these people are studying there because of the things they do, I am asking you, what are the things we have brought back from them? Because you, I suppose, know the people who have gone and the things they've done in this country. If we don't know that, then it means the argument about groundbreaking research is what we should not be getting into in the first place.
Safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Usually, we get special treatment only on our birthday. But imagine getting a special package every single day. That's what AT's Daily Deals gives you. You get unique voice and data deals exclusive to you. What's even better is it's affordable, reliable, and available. start experiencing 80's daily deals. Dial *533# today and every single day. When you do, you'll unlock exclusive data and voice packages valid for 24 hours. Come on, people, jump on the 80 daily deals train. When you're with dealer now. Dial *533# now and access awesome data and voice deals only from AT. Life is simple.
Imagine going to your favorite wache joint and Amalia tells you, "Boss, wale is finished, curry is finished, and shit or cry is finished." So that thing can pain. Now compare that feeling to having everything you want on your wache with lay, gari, and plenty shit of peche like that. Just like that Sochi wache, that's exactly what Aquaba Magic gives you. Enjoy rich Ghanaian stories like the second season of the legendary Inspector Bediako, the captivating Madame, and so much more on DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Aquaba Magic, dear. Enjoyment and kazankasa. Now available on DSTV Access and GoTV Plus. Aquaba Magic, Ghana's most loved storyteller.
Glitz Africa presents the 7th annual Ghana Female CEOs Summit. This year's summit is scheduled to take place on the 17th of April 2024 at the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra, Ghana. The summit will run under the theme Leading Ghana's Digital Renaissance, Women CEOs Shaping the Future of Business and Innovation. In attendance as keynote speaker and special guest of honor is the Vice President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Speakers include Osafohene Dr. Ifo Asabia Asare I, Patricia Obunai, Jacqueline Benye, Ajwa Frimpoma Nimakobwate, Mariola Bafo Asare, Ivy Apia Owusu, Khadija Amwa, Mr. Samuel Dubik Masuber, and Mr. Alex Abao Dade. For registration and any other inquiries, kindly contact 050-158-1265 or send an email to femaleceosummit@glitzafrica.com.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
You're welcome to the maiden edition of the Joy News Impact Makers Award.
Tonight we gather here to honor and celebrate individuals.
We celebrate the goodness in our humanity
and create more inclusive, compassionate, and thriving societies.
The overall winner, Isaac Ajawato.
In a land where dreams are often cradled in the arms of hope, there exists a league of unsung heroes. They are the silent architects of change, the torchbearers who illuminate paths where once there was only darkness. From the verdant stretches of our farms to the innovative labs of science, from the warm embrace of humanitarian aid to the simplest acts of kindness. These are the changemakers who sculpt the future of our nation, stitch by stitch. Unknown to them, their acts of selflessness have resonated across the land, stirring the hearts of many and sparking a movement of recognition and celebration. It's that time of the year again. Joy News proudly presents the Impact Makers Awards 2024. Join us in our quest to spot and honor those steadfast warriors who are remolding the destiny of our communities and our nation. This is your moment to nominate the unsung hero in your midst, the beacon of change whose story deserves to be told. To nominate your Impact Maker of the Year, send your entries to impact.makersawards@myjoyonline.com. Let's amplify their stories. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impact.
coffee in your cup, and Joy on the set, the Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And thanks to all of you who were able to join us on the phone. Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at affordable prices. Has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have applied. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, you know, Joy News is proudly presenting to you the Impact Makers Awards 2024. Join us in our quest to spotlight and honor those steadfast warriors who are remolding the destiny of our communities and our nation. This is your moment to nominate the unsung hero in your midst, the beacon of positive change, whose story deserves to be told. To nominate your Impact Maker of the Year, send your entries to impact.makersawards@myjoyonline.com. Let's amplify their stories. The Joy News Impact Makers Awards celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impacts. The Joy News Impact Makers Award is proudly brought to you by DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof experts.
And Glitz Africa presents the 2024 Ghana Female CEO Summit under the theme Leading Ghana's Digital Renaissance. Women CEOs Shaping the Future of Business and Innovation. Gracing the summit as keynote speaker and guest of honor is the Vice President, Dr. Mamoudou Bawumia. The summit is to provide valuable insights, networking opportunities, and enhance strategies for female CEOs to further thrive in the digital age while also fostering gender equality and inclusivity in the technology sector. The summit will also feature breakout sessions which will center around other industries including finance, manufacturing, agriculture, export, technology and innovation. It's on the 17th of April 2024 the Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City. 9 a.m. prompt is the time for registration. And any other inquiries, contact the following numbers: 0501 581 265 or 0242 085 378, and also follow Glitz Africa HQ on all social media platforms for subsequent updates.
Now, I want you to know that you need to give your eyes the best attention they deserve. Don't joke with your eye health at all. This year is important. With 33 plus years of experience, Robert and Sons Limited Optical Services continues to offer the comprehensive eye care services to help address many eye problems or conditions affecting our daily lives and activities. Their services include all-day comprehensive eye testing with modern equipment, eye specialist services, pediatric eye care services, visual field testing, retina damage detection scan, 100% original and unbeatable frames and optical products, including contact lenses and solutions. So don't pretend that the thing you are struggling, you are squinting, you are struggling to see, but still, because your eye is still working, you are refusing to go to the right place. Visit Robert and Sons Optical in Adabraka, Osu, Dankwa Circle, Tema Community Says, Wager. There's one also at East Legon, at Denta, Kumasi at Ahojo, Kofodia, and their new ultramodern Abreport Junction branch in Kumasi. For more information, please call 0302 222 601. or 050-151-9111, or visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Robert's Sons Limited. That is Robert N. Sons Limited. The N is the letter N. Limited is LTD. That's what we have on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Robert and Sons Optical Services. Seeing is believing.
So, Raymond, on the 3rd and 4th of May.
Yeah.
Right here at the Joy FM car park.
Yes.
We have an ultimate experience.
Yes.
The first ever Joy Prime cocktail experience.
Me and AC.
Yes, prepare to dive into a selection of signature cocktails and mocktails from the classic mojitos.
Yes.
Sex on the beach to refreshing margaritas and cosmopolitans. And you can serve our mouth-watering range of sizzling grills from pork to chicken. I like the pork.
Yeah.
Because I'll be supplying it myself.
As an expert in the industry.
You know it. Well, there's more. We've got the beats to keep you grooving. Of course, DJ Ubeti will be there. Mark your calendars. It's a 2-day event. An experience on the 3rd and 4th. A third starting at 4 p.m. and on the 4th of May, starting at 2 p.m. at the Joy FM car park. Don't miss out on the fan. For inquiries, call 0559-691-797. The Joy Prime Cocktail Experience is brought to you by Joy Prime, the ultimate experience. Franco Trading Enterprise, Steel, Phone, Papa Perfy, Captain Morgan, and Velton's Beer, distributed by Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited. Folks, that's all from us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Thank you very much for joining us on behalf of the team led by Samir. We say